your 10, go ahead, then take Will Campbell, that's fine. Then the Jags come up. Let's get the Jags up there by like 8:08. Let's rock through these real quick. Let's get that guy up there. Let's make that decision. Let's go. Let's see what Gladstone and the boys are going to do. High-low, what are we up to? We trading? We keeping? Which way we heading? Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. That's what we got to do. Peter Schrager writes, midnight, evening before the draft, I've got 7 different people I trust telling me 7 different teams they think Tet McMillan could go to. As everyone's locked in the quarterbacks, where McMillan ends up is downright fascinating. Tantalizing prospect. Top 5, 10, 20, 25. Interesting. We had a lot of discussion about Tet yesterday. A lot of discussion before and we'll see what happens. By all accounts, the Jags are intrigued with him. So, before I continue with the draft, I want to congratulate Jock Peterson, he of the Texas Rangers. You might say, why, Dan? Why are you congratulating Jock Peterson and the Texas Rangers?
Yeah, what Buddy do?
Buddy was 0 for 41. He was in a bit of a slump. He got a hit last night.
Slump dog millionaire. Oh, he got a hit.
0 for 41 in the major leagues. Barely beat out a double, but he did. Oof. That's a long slump, man. That's when you're at the big league ballpark. Murph has told us this story. You walk up to the plate, and on that big, giant scoreboard that all the big league ballparks have, big, giant scoreboard, they put your name up there and what you're hitting. He was like 2 for 58. He was hitting like 050. Oof. So glad he's off the schneid there. Anyway, back to the draft, which is what we're going to do today. A lot of draft talk. You have to. It's draft day. Got to go through it. Thank you. What better way to start it than to ask you one final time?
Got Dreamfinder poll question?
To take part in the Dreamfinder poll question.
Shout out Dreamfinders.
Shout out. By the way, they're offering an amazing 4.99% fixed interest rate right now.
4.99?
That's pretty good. 15 different locations.
15?
Yeah.
Fixed?
Yeah.
Wow.
Visit DreamFindersHomes.com for sales event information. Get in the game. First-time homeowners don't think they can afford. Yes, you can.
Yes, you can.
Yes, you can, and they'll help you. They'll help you navigate through your home purchase. So, Dreamfinders Home.
Me.
Yeah, tell them Dreamfinders Danny sent you. They're the official home builder of the Jacksonville Jaguars, Florida Gators, and the PGA Tour.
Ow.
That's pretty big.
Huge.
All right, what will the Jags do tonight? Will they trade up or down? That's one choice. Trade up or down. Will they draft Genty? Will they draft Graham? Or will it be a total shocker? Like whatever they do is like, I did not see that coming. Which would be like, I still think if they took Kelvin Banks, I would be like, what? So trade up or down. Draft Genty, draft Graham, or total shocker. Now, we don't know. One thing that's interesting, and this is the power of the social media, and all the stuff all the fans have been watching. Draft Graham, which for 2 months has been like the clubhouse leader. Would you agree? By miles? Like, if we asked this question a month ago, it would have been 75%. Mason Graham now getting just 12% of the vote with almost 500 votes in. 12% draft Graham. That's it's not surprising, but it shows you and the Jaguars have said, my point is, the Jaguars have said nothing to indicate, like they've never came out and said, oh, we're not taking Mason Graham. The media guys have. And the mock drafts yesterday, a lot of the mock drafts, and we'll go over a few today, Ashton Genty's now the guy. Ashton Genty. What if the Bears trade up with the Patriots and take him? Trade up or down? Draft Genty or total shocker? Total shocker, 14%.
Oh.
Second to last. Draft Genty, 30%. Trade up or down, 43.6%. That's what most people believe is going to happen. Most people believe that the Jags are going to trade up or trade down.
Well, Dano,
Yes, sir.
I got some news that kind of excited me.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I won't say like news, but there's some new. There's been some rumors that's been circulating.
Yes, sir.
Oh, let me play it for you here.
Have you said something a short time ago that would really make those mock drafts basically be able to be set on fire?
Yeah, let's focus in on the Jacksonville Jaguars at number 5.
Rap
My
sheet.
understanding is the Jaguars, the new general manager, James Gladstone, Liam Cohen, the new coach, all sorts of new brass, kind of not a new way of thinking, but a bold way of thinking in Jacksonville. That has been my understanding of where they stand now. They are going to be bold. They are not going to be timid. They're going to put themselves out there. Now, if they stick at 5, I would expect an offensive player. They have an offensive head coach. But what if they don't? My understanding is, at least in the realm of conversation, is the Jacksonville Jaguars going from 5 to 2. The Cleveland Browns have number 2. I think a lot of people believe they would take Travis Hunter at number 2, play him at receiver, sprinkle him in at corner a little bit. But what if the Jaguars go from 5 to 2 and trade up for him? It would cost a lot. And it would be a big, bright, shiny object in Jacksonville. Let the Cleveland Browns collect some picks, continue to build their team. At least those conversations are expected to go on as we get closer to tomorrow night. And that would really, really shake up some
My
things.
understanding.
So
Trade up.
that persuades my selection for the Dream Finders poll question.
Yeah, you would say trade up, trade down.
Trade up, trade down. I would say a total shocker, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, total shocker.
Okay. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. And the great thing is we're only 14 hours away. So finally here. We did it. This is our pre-draft day. This is it. Draft day. It's draft day. So it's a long time coming. And it's too long around here. And it shapes the lousiness of this football team shapes this radio station in terms of what we do, if you think about it. You want a quiet offseason. You want us saying, hey, the draft's tonight. The Jags are picking, wish we'd say the Jags are picking 32nd, but 28th, 24th. Anything with a 2 in front of it is better than 5th. And we know this far too well. And the way this 2024 season spiraled out of control shapes the rate. Think about it. When will Doug Peterson be fired? That was clear that was coming. Will Trent Baalke go with them? Right? And just less than a year ago, we were geeked up about this Jaguar football team, and it all fell apart. It comes and goes so quickly. Unfortunately, for this franchise, it goes and it goes and it goes, and it doesn't do the opposite as much as it should. And so, for months now, Peterson, Baalke, draft, or Cohen, Gladstone, draft, right? Baselli. That's what we've been discussing. And it's been a eventful offseason that culminates this weekend. And then we go back to the football stuff. And let's just hope and pray this time around we got it right. Did we? Who knows? We'll start getting answers here as OTAs and mini camps and training camps start. We heard the news about the Hall of Fame game, Chargers-Lions. on July 31st. That starts the NFL season. So just around the corner, man. Enjoy your summer. Enjoy your summer. But let's hope and pray the Jags can get some things right and not put us through another 4-13, 3-14, 2-15, 1-16, 5-12. Just gets old, man. Last year was just a train wreck. And it started and it was over before it even began. And how long do we have to go back and talk about that dadgum Dolphin game and that dadgum fumble by ETN, right? Had to talk about that over and over and over again. Got old, man. Got really old. We're just warming up, though, looking ahead, looking forward, trying to get some hope. We got a new regime. We got to give them the benefit of the doubt. We got to get excited about them, see what they can do. I think we got the right guys in here with Gladstone and Cohen and Tony, and we'll start getting some answers tonight. This is The Drill on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios, the race is on.
3 wild and 2.
This Sunday at Talladega.
Talladega Super Speedway.
Can you believe this?
Brought to you by the Plumbers and Pipefitters Local Union 234. From the station with the most horsepower, 1010XL.
MOV, ING, Southside Kia is moving. Our moving sale is on right now. Help us clear new Kias out. Our current selection's got 200 plus Kias on the lot. Hurry to save big with us. New rides starting at just $20,000 bucks. Plus, bring your tax refund today. We'll double it up to $5K. MOV, ING, get to Southside Kia this spring. Online at SouthsideKiaJax.com. Get your next ride at Southside. For complete details, call 904-325-9208.
It's here. Beard's Diamonds' first ever massive sale on all diamond stud earrings and all tennis bracelets. Now through Sunday at 4 p.m. Save 20%, 30%, even 40%. Beautiful diamond stud earrings and gorgeous diamond tennis bracelets. Perfect for any occasion. Take advantage of huge markdowns. Best prices ever. Corporate-owned big box stores could never offer this extreme value, but locally owned Beards can. And it's happening now through Sunday. Up to 40% off. Beards Diamonds, St. John's Town Center. Shop local, shop Beards.
1010XL's draft previews are brought to you by Big Brothers Big Sisters of Northeast Florida. Be a Big.
Travis Hunter is an exciting two-way player whose world-class athleticism and ball skills help him shine on both sides of the field. Hunter is an instinctive, natural football player with a feel for making the biggest plays at the biggest time. Jacksonville would need to make a decision on where and how to play Hunter if they drafted him with the 5th pick, but he's capable of making a good number of winning plays as a future star, no matter the choice.
He thinks he knows what he's talking about.
Of course.
Find out if he does.
Is there anything else we need to know?
Catch CBS Sports senior NFL writer Pete Prisco every Friday afternoon on The Franchi Show. Brought to you by Showtime Sports Cards and Collectibles.
Interested in a unique date night? Gibby here. I took my wife Nikki to Wick a Candle Bar. She made her own custom candle right there in the store. Shop local at Wick a Candle Bar. Locations in San Marco and Jax Beach.
Hey, when it comes to insurance, I think we all think kind of the same way. We pay a lot of money monthly. Those premiums can add up quickly. So if something happens and we need you, you need to be there. That's how Craig and Chris Kaprosky think on the other side, right? Customer service, man. It's important to them. They're going to take care of you. I speak from experience. I know this, right? Something happens, you get in an accident, you call the Kaproskys, they get you set up immediately. That's how it works, man. They take care of you. If they don't answer, they call you right back. In this day and age, sometimes we lose sight of those two words, but not the Kaproskys. So whether it be homeowners, auto, flood, boat, small business, the Kaproskys will be there for you in time of need. Great time to get an insurance checkup. So easy to get a hold of them. Craig.Kaprosky at goosehead.com. Craig.Kaprosky, K-O-P-R-O-S-K-I at goosehead.com or call 478-8422, 478-8422. Craig and Chris Kaprosky, part of the Goosehead Insurance family, part of our family as well.
Are you embarrassed by your ugly, cracked concrete driveway? Stop by Stone Core on Phillips Highway for all your outdoor living needs. Let them show you how a durable paver driveway can enhance your home. Visit stonecore.co. We do outdoors better.
With 50 years of fabrication expertise in towing products, the family at Cannons of Jacksonville can repair or install precisely what you need to tow with confidence. Visit cannonsofjacks.com, where quality and customer satisfaction collide.
When it comes to your utility bill, JEA wants to help you use less so you can save more. We offer a variety of free programs, like efficiency and irrigation assessments that'll teach you ways to conserve energy and water around your home. Our alerts will let you know when your utility usage has reached a set amount, and our rebates can help you save when upgrading to more efficient appliances and equipment. Find even more ways to save at JEA.com.
Hi, this is Lisa the Boatanista with a special invitation. Are you tired of scrolling through other people's boating adventures? Are you sick of liking your friends' posts out of jealousy when you see them on the water? Are you finally ready to cure the FOMO for Florida's greatest pastime, boating? Then I'd like to invite you to visit the Freedom Boat Club at the boat show and see what this Boating Made Simple is all about. We handle the cleaning, maintenance, storage, and all the hassles of an entire fleet in Jacksonville, Jacksonville Beach, and St. Augustine. You join the club and use the boats whenever you want. You can also go boating at over 350 locations across the U.S., Canada, and Europe. From water sports and cruising to inshore and offshore fishing, we've got you covered. We even include unlimited one-on-one water training for every membership, so you gain the confidence you need at the helm to have fun. See us at the boat show this month to learn about Boating Made Simple and receive a special discount on membership and start creating your own memories on the water. Visit us at freedomboatclub.com.
This Work Zone Awareness Week, take a moment to think about the people behind the cones. Road workers risk their lives to keep Florida highways safe. Speeding, distractions, and ignoring signs can be deadly. Slow down, stay alert, and follow the rules. It's the best way to protect workers and yourself. Together, we can make a difference. From the Florida Department of Transportation, respect the zone so we all get home.
Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm that has experience and capabilities to handle any legal issue a business is confronted with. Learn more about what they can do for you at jimersonfirm.com.
I'm just going to cut to the chase. What you really want to know is, why buy from Arlington Toyota? Mia here. How about over 800 vehicles, one lot, 60-day exchange, and friendly credit for everyone. Plus, right now, you choose a pre-owned 2022 Camry, RAV4, or Tacoma for $0 down and only $388 per month. Or how about no payments till August 2025? Shop in person on Atlantic Boulevard, just a quarter-mile east of 295, or online anytime at arlingtontoyota.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
With the 23rd pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Jacksonville Jaguars select Brian Thomas Jr., wide receiver, LSU.
We got one right. We got one right. Very good. You talking to him tonight?
I believe so.
I believe so, too. So, welcome back to the show. We got draft coverage all day long right here on 1010XL 92.5 FM. There's one thing that is tried and true about the NFL draft. And it infuriates our Jacksonville Jaguar fan base, and it should, because it's one of life's certainties. Death, taxes, and going to a commercial break when the Jags go on the clock. Freaking happens every year. And I don't know what people watch anymore. Do they watch the NFL Network or do you watch ESPN for draft?
I don't know.
I should quickly poll that. I'm curious.
I like that. Yeah.
Like, which one would you watch? Like, I'm always at the stadium, so I watch what they watch, and the Jaguars would, like, the NFL teams put on the NFL Network.
Yeah.
So sometimes they have them both on. But I'm gonna quickly pull that one. But anyway, it's not like you guys aren't like dreaming that. And it didn't happen just like one time. It seemingly happens every year. Just ask Rich Eisen, who hosts it on the NFL Network.
Involves the Jacksonville Jaguars, the one franchise of fans that I hear from the most, because they believe we at NFL Network disrespect them and have zero concern for their future or their thought processes, to the point where we always take a commercial break right before their pick. They're on the clock. It's time to take a break.
We'll be right back.
Now, I have been told that we are going to be on the air for a considerable amount of time on Thursday night for the first few picks. I am going to say it cannot. The first commercial break cannot be when the Jacksonville Jaguars are on the clock. If it is, though, then we're just having a wink and a nod of fun here.
It's like clockwork, man. Right? And then we're not like making it up. I put a Quickie Dream Finders poll question: which sports network do you watch during the draft, NFL Network or ESPN? I'm just curious which one that would be that you would have on, that you would watch as it goes. Or do you watch the local stuff? You know, I probably could have asked that too, you know. People have, we have local coverage as well all night long. But generally speaking, you're going to throw on ESPN and the NFL Network. You're going to see what's going to go on. You're going to watch that and see how it goes. I don't even know, so it's Eisen does the NFL Network. Who does the ESPN?
Man, I couldn't even tell you.
Yeah, it's different, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it used to be Chris Berman. Well, we know Kuiper will be there. So we'll see. I saw him bring in Nick Saban and, Herb Street for the college takes. And Saban had an interesting comment about Jalen Milroe. And he says he brings an element to your team that no other quarterback in this draft does, and that's his running ability. And I get it. And he said his whole junior year, he would meet with him every week and tell him to eliminate the bad plays. He said, because he makes so many good plays. He said, but if you can eliminate the bad plays, you will play at the highest level and you will play a long time. And he said he harped on that every week during his junior year. And then it made me think about what we talked about yesterday, which was the final game that he played, the Michigan game, and he had 3 turnovers in 10 plays. So he didn't listen. He did not eliminate him. So I don't know. I'm fascinated by the whole Shedeur Sanders thing. I heard one take from, I think it was Booger McFarland, who's talked about what he does versus what he doesn't do.
Oh, Boogie Mac.
But it was a good point in respect to Shedeur, and it was this. He was like, hey, man, he completes 80% of his passes when he's got a clean pocket, and he still completes 60% when he's forced to leave the pocket, which is what a quarterback's supposed to do. But he doesn't make the wow throw. He doesn't throw it off the ceiling, Anthony Richardson. He doesn't throw it 90 yards down the field. He doesn't have the strongest arm. He doesn't have this. He doesn't have that. So in other words, but he does have the things that a quarterback's supposed to do, and yet seemingly he has fallen. Do you think the Giants are going to take him? I don't. At 3. I don't think the Saints are going to take him at 9. I think the number one landing spot for Shedeur Sanders at this point is Pittsburgh at 21. Is that what you think, Tui, or no?
I don't think so.
You think he's earlier?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, who's going to take him?
I don't know, man. Because there hasn't been any real shakeups yet leading up to the draft day.
Yeah.
So I think there's going to be some commotion.
Yeah.
I think there's some shakeups going to happen.
Yeah. You think somebody's going to invest a top 10 pick in Shedeur Sanders?
I do.
Okay. Do you want to make a bet?
No.
You want to do a wheel spin on that?
Still in recovery mode, bro. I haven't had any milk yet. No milkshake, no cereal, no ice cream, no nothing.
One of the things I like about the draft is when we get into the I don't know, where's the second or the third rounds, they start bringing out former players.
I thought they do that second round.
Yeah. We've had some great moments, like I think Drew Pearson with the Cowboys that one year. I think Pat McAfee did a Colts selection in Nashville, and he came out and he said, "We didn't punt much against the Titans, so you probably have no clue who I am."
That's pretty good.
That's throwing some shade right there.
Oh, that's funny.
That's throwing some shade. Yeah. So anyway, those are some of the highlights of the draft that will occur coming up tonight. Jags will pick 5th. A lot of discussion. What direction do they go? Where is this franchise headed? How badly does Liam Cohen want an offensive guy? What about that defense? Have we done anything to this defense yet? Anything at all? Jordan Lewis and Eric Murray. That's what we've added to this defense. Is that enough? I don't think so. Trayvon and Davon, Mason and Josh Hines-Allen, Eric Armstead, Devin Lloyd, Foya Luakan, Jarian Jones, Eric Murray, Darnell Savage, Tyson Campbell, Jordan Lewis. That defense, maybe they just see things that we don't see. Maybe they just are convinced that there's more talent there than they think.
I don't see how, because the product was put on the field last year and it didn't do nothing.
Maybe it was poorly coached. Maybe they think they can coach them up better.
Man, at the end of the day, football players play football, and those boys weren't making plays last year.
You're going to take a valuable piece of capital, the 5th overall pick, and you're going to add to the offense, which is okay. But again, when I go back to the team, you know, we got a backup center is now our starting center, a backup center from Tampa. Is he better than Mitch Morse? We've got a dude who can play every position, has versatility from Baltimore, who will start. We're projecting him as our right guard to take Brandon Sheriff's place. Is he better than Sheriff? Our left tackle is a guy who couldn't beat out the guy who was starting, who was not very good. That's Cam Robinson. He's now gone via Minnesota to Houston. Is Walker Little? All they talk about is replacing Ezra Cleveland, so I don't know what he did. And Anton Harrison didn't have a good year. So that's just again, when you start talking about this team, is it better? Is it better? How is it better? Now, that's why this draft is so important. They might agree with it. You know, they might agree with me. If you got them alone in a room, the Jags brass might say, you're right. That's why we got to do well in the draft, and we will. We've seen the best of Travis Etienne. I mean, the only guy who gets you fired up, quite honestly, is Brian Thomas Jr. on that entire offense. You can sell me De'Ami Brown all you want. I can sell 4 years of not much and then a couple good playoff games. You can sell me Parker Washington. I'm not buying. You can sell me Brenton Strange. I'm not buying. I'm hoping that he can blossom.
We call those wolf tickets.
Yeah, what's that?
Like dreams, man. It's not reality. I'm not buying that.
At this point, you can sell me Trevor Lawrence.
That's true.
I'm not buying. I've seen him for 4 years. I don't think it's all his fault. We've been over millions of reasons why. I think there's a really good football player in there. It's not all his fault, but some of it is his fault.
Yeah, for sure.
Some of it is his fault. Again, go back to last year. Here we come. Everything's in place. We had a great camp. Nobody could beat us in the preseason. Watch us take off. We unleashed the 2024 Jags, and for about 30 minutes, They were good. For about 30 minutes, we said, whoa. That first half of the Dolphins game. That was it.
How long have we talked about that?
Right?
Man.
And the next 4 games, we were 0-4, and it was over.
It was over.
It was over. You don't come back.
It was over by October.
Yeah. It was over by October. God bless you fans. You guys deserve more. You deserve more. And you should demand more. And they're trying. And I'm excited. I'm excited about the people who are in place now. But time will tell. Time will tell. You can buy all the stock you want. I'm not buying it yet. Although it is low right now. Might get a good deal on it. Draft day here in Jacksonville, Florida. We're excited about the number 5 overall pick. Who do you guys like? Who do you guys want? Hit me up on the text line. We got much more coming up right here on The Drill.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
This is Brent Musburger's VSIN Action Update on 1010XL. Brought to you by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. When you're stuck, call the Duck. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Tampa Bay Rays today, $1.14 underdog with G. Rasmussen on the mound against Corbin Burns of the Diamondbacks, -135. 8 under the total at Chase Field. Braves yesterday with a 4-1 win at home over the St. Louis Cardinals. The Braves open up a weekend series at Arizona tomorrow. Jacksonville Jaguars favored to take Ashton Genty, the running back from Boise State, with the 5th pick of the draft. Bookmakers have put the odds of Genty going to Jacksonville at -170. Cam Ward of the Miami Hurricanes, the heavy favorite at -20,000 to go number 1 overall to the Tennessee Titans. $250 bonus and you open up a G-Bank Visa signature card. VSIN.com/GBank. With your action update, Mike Sennett, 1010XL.
Plumbing problem? AC not blowing cool? Septic tank backing up? No need to call 3 different companies. Just call Duck Duck Rooter. At Duck Duck Rooter, we do it all. Plumbing, septic, and air conditioning with expert technicians in each department. One company, one call, one easy bill. No hassle, no runaround, just fast professional service from highly skilled techs who know their stuff. Need help? Call 904-862-6769 today and let Duck Duck Rooter handle it all. DuckDuckRooter.com.
When you think of America, you think baseball, cookouts, military, and pride for our country. At Garber Auto Mall, we're proud to carry every American-made truck at one location. Ford, Chevy, GMC, Ram, and Jeep. With the largest inventory selection in North Florida, you can shop with one salesperson. Garber Auto Mall is proud to support our country, our military, and our community. Visit us in Green Cove Springs or at GarberAutomall.com. Garber Auto Mall. Proud to be American.
Need fresh and flavorful lunch? Chicken Salad Chick has scratch-made Southern-style chicken salad in every bite. It's quick and delicious, so why wait? Come taste the best chicken salad today at Town Center, Durbin Park, or Butler Point at Chicken Salad Chick.
Hi, I'm Malcolm Anthony. Have you been charged with a crime? You don't have to face it alone. I'm here for you. Stay out of trouble, but if you don't, call me. 285-4LAW. That's 285-4LAW in the 904.
When it comes to my opinion, I love dropping the hammer. I'm Hayes Carlyon. Listen for Hammer Time with Hayes weekdays on The Frangie Show.
Hammer Time with Hayes, driven by Southside Kia. Online at SouthsideKiaJax.com.
Free Comic Book Day. Hey, I'm Ben Kay, owner of Gotham City Limit, your local comic shop, inviting you to the Community Party of the Year, Saturday, May 3rd. Free comics, free food, huge discounts, and more. Let's take Free Comic Book Day to the limit. Gotham City Limit.
What does the logo on the Pittsburgh Steelers helmet signify? The answer next.
When you file a claim with Southern Oak Insurance, we schedule one of our trusted vendors to work directly with you, which means a faster claim resolution. Find out more at southernoak.com.
Our family protecting yours. Southern Oak Insurance.
The logo on the Steelers helmet represents the steel industry. It's the only NFL team with the logo on just one side.
Southern Oak Insurance. Our family protecting yours.
Attention skilled electricians. Are you undervalued at your current company? Time to step up to the bigger projects and better opportunities. Join the team at Miller Electric Company, a trusted name in the industry for over 96 years. At Miller, we tackle the biggest projects in the city, offering not just a job, but an experience, top-notch pay, unbeatable benefits, and the best working environments in the business. Please join the team that values your skills and rewards your hard work. Elevate your career to new heights. Apply today at millercareers.com. An equal opportunity employer.
Enjoy a great day of golf and support Eagles View Academy Athletics. Friday, May 2nd at the newly renovated Bent Creek Golf Course. 8:30 shotgun start, best ball format. Find out more at EVAWarriorsathletics.com.
Shania Twain.
Let's go, girls.
Live in Jacksonville. Shania Twain. 2 incredible shows. Daly's Place, July 29th, and Due to Demand, second show added July 30th. With special guest Mackenzie Porter. New show on sale Friday at 10 a.m. at Ticketmaster.com. For more, visit ShaniaTwain.com.
I'm here with Clayton Bromberg of Underwood. What is a gemologist?
Frank, that's a good question because gemologist is a generic title that can be used by anyone, whether they have any gemological training or not. There's also a graduate gemologist, which is somebody that's taken the gemology courses of the Gemological Institute of America and received a diploma. Then there's a certified gemologist of the American Gem Society. They've received the graduate gemologist diploma, have worked in the jewelry business for a minimum of 3 years, and are tested by examination once a year to re-win the certified gemologist title. There's one other aspect that certified gemologists have that others might or might not have, and that's the accredited gemological equipment to be able to make the right grading calls on diamonds and other gemstones. At Underwoods, we have an American Gem Society accredited gem laboratory that our certified gemologists work in, assuring you the quality and value you deserve.
That's Underwoods, Florida's longest-standing member of the American Gem Society. In San Marco, Avondale, the Shops of Ponte Vedra, Underwood Jewelers.
Hey, Hicken here. You tired of glasses or contacts? Discover customized vision solutions at Bow 9 Associates. Dr. Bowden's team offers cutting-edge options like Evo implantable Collamer lenses, refractive lens exchange, and classic LASIK, designed to fit your life. Picture-perfect vision for reading, driving, or just enjoying the day. It's easier than you think. Call now for your free screening. They're Bow 9 Associates. They're keeping the First Coast focused.
St. Johns County parents, does your kid have energy to burn? Want them to play a sport for their middle school? Sign up today for the St. John's Middle School Athletic Association. Tackle football, dance, and cheerleading. Who doesn't want their kid to be the next NFL quarterback or dance floor diva? You know how fast your kid can go from playing Xbox to practicing their touchdown dance or sideline cheer? Visit sjmsaa.org. sjmsaa.org.
The Sawgrass Marriott Golf Resort and Spa is the perfect place for indulging in a pampering spa treatment. This Mother's Day season, give the gift of wellness with a gift card and take advantage of the spa's current promotion. Buy a $75 gift card or more and guests get a credit towards a future service. With healing massages, revitalizing facial treatments, and more, a day at the Sawgrass Spa makes a perfect gift for everyone. Purchase in person at Sawgrass Spa during operating hours.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Oh, we got a little Manilow.
Manilow!
You know I can't smile without you. I can't smile without you. I can't laugh and I can't sing.
Give it to him, Dan.
Trying so hard to do anything. You see, I feel bad when you're sad. Come on, James. Make the right pick. Make Barry happy. We want the right guy that we can't smile without. I don't know. I'm reaching for straws here. Without you. Yeah.
Hey, hold on, Dan.
Lift my spirits.
Hold on, Dan. Do this part again. Hold on. Do this part again.
All right. What you got?
I thought that's what you did.
You know I can't smile without you.
My dog can't whistle?
Can't whistle.
My dog said...
Wasn't going well, was it? All right, on the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures, a lot of you guys are chiming in. If you're the Jags, would you prefer Genty at number 5, trade down, draft Cam Scatterbo with your 3rd or 4th rounder? Either would be great, I think. Well, I mean, with all due respect to Cam Scatterbo, if you're drafting Genty at 5, he needs to be way great.
Right.
Genty didn't run a 40-yard dash, 9 fumbles over the last 2 years. J.K. Dobbins 2.0, trade up for Travis Hunter, but tell him to leave the girlfriend in Colorado.
Dang.
She'll be there tonight. So will his dad, by the way. Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw that.
It cleared his dad to go. Is his dad in jail? Is that what we got cooking?
Yep.
Oh, boy. Dan, I think the best scenario within reason is obviously a trade down, preferably 10-41 with the Bears. I don't think I want a tight end at 5, though. Okay. That's fair. Bears want to move up. Mr. 10 chimes in honor of the Jags draft performance. We need some soft kitty lead-ins. Come on. Come on. It's a new era. Got to lift up the spirits. Somebody sent me their betting tickets and wants to know what kind of champagne we're popping tonight when he hits it big. What would the Jaguars' record be if Travis didn't fumble the ball? I don't know. I don't know. The pick at number 5, Graham or Campbell? I'm confident that the revamp of the organization and key changes will be huge. We have talent here. New dog trainers in town, so let the dogs we have eat. Do we have dogs eat?
Oh, no.
We don't think we do. Coaching and placement is huge at this level. Yeah, I get that. We can buy into the coaching and the GM. We can buy into that. We got to get the right people. But do we have dogs now?
Do we have dogs? I know
Me and E been talking about this for a long time. We don't think we do.
Oh, man. We don't want no meows. We want some dogs.
On the flip side, we need tough, badass dogs on this team.
We do.
Agree. Maybe our defense could have been better if we could have converted half of our 3rd and shorts. All right. Not necessarily disagreeing. Center and guard coming on day 2. Okay. Addition by subtraction. Adios, Rick Nelson. Yeah, that's fair. He did not do a good job. So anyway, just some of you guys chiming in right now. Somewhere out of the blue, I get a Go Birds. I don't need a Go Birds.
Speaking so I met somebody last night.
Yes, sir.
At the first tee of North Florida. They're I'm drawing a blank. What's the event called? First tee of North Florida. Taste of Golf.
Taste of Golf.
Taste of Golf. Wonderful event put on by First Tee of North Florida. Held at the Sawgrass.
Okay.
All right. Met some Eagles fans.
Yeah.
And that went to the Super Bowl. So I was telling them about Max's picture that he has of Cooper DeJean.
Oh, yeah.
And he was like, man, we went to the Super Bowl, and I missed the touchdown because I went to the bathroom.
Oh.
And he was sitting in that end zone where Cooper scored.
Oh, no.
Shout out, Joe.
Spent a lot of money on that.
Yeah.
Well, that'll happen.
That'll happen, man.
That'll happen. Sometimes you got to go. What can you do?
Man, you hold it.
And by the way, you go and there's a line.
Right.
All right, just a couple other things in the world of sports. The NBA playoffs continue last night. Rockets beat Golden State late, and Jimmy Butler got hurt.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
This is going to change some things up.
Uh-oh. I want to talk about this for a second. This, this guy really, this guy was a battler to the end, man. Steve McMichael, Mongo. Played for the Bears, got in the Hall of Fame last year. Man, when he got in the Hall of Fame last year, he looked terrible. With all due respect, he had ALS, awful, hideous, disgusting disease. I hate it. Mongo battled it. He battled that crap courageously, man. He fought that thing to the very end. He passed away yesterday. Think about that. He lived. I mean, I'm telling you, he could. I mean, I was thinking about this too, man. And shout out to all the caregivers in the world, man. Those like and you want to test true love, like his wife taking care of him through all that to the very end. Man, that is
that's what you call unconditional love.
Man, that is unconditional.
Yeah.
That is impressive. It's what we're supposed to do, but it ain't easy.
It doesn't happen. So when you think about unconditional love, that's what that was. Man.
That's what that is. When you talk about it, you know. But yeah, McMichael finally passed away, 67. He had 92 and a half sacks in his career, dude.
Wow, his highlights are crazy.
He was diagnosed with ALS. That's Lou Gehrig's disease, for those who don't know. And you lose your muscles. You can't move, but your brain works. It's very debilitating and tough. And he was diagnosed in 2021. So 4 years, which is played 2 extra years, but he was known as a member of the Bears. 13 seasons with the Bears. Played in a team record. This guy, I shouldn't be surprised at how he battled this. He played in 191 straight games. 191 straight games. He was he was on the Super Bowl team, that defense, of course. He had at least 7 sacks in 7 straight seasons. Man. What a man. What a man. So I and we've seen a lot of people, get this awful disease. In fact, I know in Jacksonville we do a golf tournament to battle ALS. That's coming up in a couple weeks, actually. They do a great job and raise a lot of money. It's terrible. But I was thinking about his wife and his family, and he was obviously beloved. His teammates were all there with him when he finally went into the Hall of Fame.
Yep.
He was, he couldn't make it. Remember, he couldn't make it to Canton, so they did it from his home. That's how bad he was, and yet he wanted to make it to his Hall of Fame enshrinement, and he did, and he kept going. God bless him, man. And they moved him into hospice care yesterday or the last couple of days, and off he went. Obviously, he was probably had enough and was ready to go. But man, what a courageous battle! So I just wanted to mention that. I thought that was terrific. And again, he said, "I don't want ALS to be my legacy. What I did on the field, that's my legacy, pushing myself to the limit farther than anybody else could." He dang sure did, man.
He was a dog.
He was a dog. He was not the biggest guy or the fastest. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He definitely left a mark on that defense. Yeah.
I mean, you wonder if if that's who Mason Graham could be on the football field, man. 95 career sacks, man.
That's a lot.
7. That's D tackle now. That's that's 7 every year. That's from that spot. That's really good, right?
Yeah,
really good. He actually, boy, talk about stupid. The Patriots had him. They drafted him in the 3rd round and then released him before his 2nd year. Whoops. So anyway, a lot of outpouring of love and support for Steve McMichael. Passed away yesterday at the age of 67 after a courageous battle with ALS. All right, we got more coming up right here. It's draft day on The Drill and on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
I guess they just don't make them like they used to, huh? No! Nobody ever made them like this.
This is 1010XL.
This is it. This is definitely it.
Are you ready to step up to luxury?
Check out the power of our exciting 2025 lineup, including the Lyric, IQ, Optique, and the stunning Vistique.
With over 15 electric Cadillacs in stock and more on the way, it's the perfect time to trade in your Tesla and embrace luxury with a twist.
At Randy Marion, there are no tariffs. So visit Randy Marion Cadillac on Southside Boulevard, Jacksonville, and see why our electric lineup turns heads.
Don't miss out. Drive Cadillac, electric or gas. We have both. Plus tax tag title $9.99 admin fee and resist all on approved credit.
Guys, want a golf course fairway quality lawn? TopDressing.com just landed in Jacksonville with the golf course secret for St. Augustine grass homeowners. A patented process that aerates and turns your turf into a fairway stunner. Serious golf course technology, but in your yard. Less water, tighter cuts, total neighborhood domination. No one else scores a perfect 10 lawn. Hit TopDressing.com now. You will own the block. Top dress your yard like the pros with TopDressing.com.
Get this thing unwrapped here. Duval!
Prize, what in the world are you doing working on your Duval?
That's right, Dan. I really identify with Duval.
You live in St. John's County, knucklehead.
I mean the Duval sub, the Daily Stash Duval. Turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheeses. Lettuce, tomato, crispy and fresh, you know, like me. I'm sure there's a Daily Stash sub that sums you up.
The boss.
Because, of course,
oven roasted beef, Munster cheese, roasted mushrooms, caramelized onions. It's the boss of all subs. Only available for me.
That's just not true.
What do you mean? I walked in the other day, screamed, "You know it," and said, "A boss for a boss."
Well, no matter who you are, there is a Daily Stash sandwich or sub for you.
Go find yours. They may even make you a boss.
I'm sure they will, because it is Daily Stash.
Where more is better.
And you got that right.
Man, jack of all trades, masters of none? It just feels like at every turn nowadays, every company can do all work. Not us. Hi, Stevie Beatrice here, second generation plumber right here in Jacksonville, Florida. We are your master plumbing company that only focuses on all your plumbing needs. So for your next plumbing job, don't call another Jack. Call Beatrice Plumbing, where plumbing is what we do and plumbing is what we're great at. Beatrice Plumbing, here to help.
Home of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Mia here. You know, people typically start and end their day by visiting their closet. So shouldn't that space feel calm, organized, like a little moment of luxury? That's why I chose Closets by Design. They specialize in custom solutions for every lifestyle and budget. Call them this week to schedule your free in-home consultation and get 40% off plus another 15% off and free installation. Don't wait for mom to do it. Call now at 1-800-293-3744 or visit closetsbydesign.com.
Imagine enjoying the beautiful days of summer in North Florida, relaxing in your enclosed patio, free from bugs and debris. I'm Josh Molina, owner of River City Screens. We are your trusted local screen experts. We pride ourselves in our craftsmanship and our relationships because with Florida's unpredictable weather, you want someone dependable and reliable to show up for you every time. New construction or repairs, call River City Screens, 904-923-3544.
License number SCC 131153483.
There's a lot on the line in a divorce. Your home, savings, maybe even your kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce and the unexpected directions it can take, you need a partner you can count on. I'm Rick Julius, a partner at Cordell & Cordell. Don't let divorce take more than it has to.
Offices in Jacksonville. Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's attorneys. Lisa Cargis, Florida resident partner. Rick Julius, licensed in Pennsylvania only. Online at CordellCordell.com.
Hey, Hicken here. I want to tell you guys about Lift Power. Lift Power, a Jacksonville-based business, been around for more than 50 years, family-owned and operated, and always on the lookout for good folks. Experienced lift truck and knock and door technicians. The benefits out of this world: 401k, company vehicle, paid training, sign-on bonus. Offers so great. Come see why Lift Power has been voted one of the best places to work for the past several years as well. We want you to be a part of the family. Don't let this opportunity slip by. To learn more, all you got to do is go to liftpower.com. Check them out at liftpower.com.
Jumbo Shrimp Baseball is home at the newly renovated 5-star ballpark this weekend as the AAA Atlanta Braves are in town. Join us tonight for Coors Light Thirsty Thursday, fireworks tomorrow and Saturday, catch on the field before Family Sunday. Tickets start at just $5. JackShrimp.com for tickets. Jumbo Shrimp Baseball, affordable family fun. This is Molly McDonald with your 1010XL Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. Brought to you by Duck Rooter Septic Plumbing and Air Conditioning. Round 1 of the Kelly Cup playoffs are underway, and the Jacksonville Icemen suffered another heartbreaking loss last night, falling 2-1 in overtime to the Florida Everblades in Game 3 of the Kelly Cup playoffs. This marks the 3rd consecutive overtime defeat for the Icemen, who now trail 0-3. The Icemen will have a chance to turn the tide in Game 4 tonight at the 5-Star Veterans Arena with puck drop at 7. The Jacksonville Jumpers Shrimp secured a 3-2 victory over the Gwinnett Stripers last night at home, marking their 3rd consecutive win. Starting pitcher Valente Belezo delivered a strong performance, striking out 6 batters over 4 innings. Game 3 will continue tonight with Thirsty Thursday down at the 5-Star Ballpark, first pitch at 7:05. It's 70 degrees at 7:02. Time and temp brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
This is how we do.
It's Friday. Gotta get down on Friday.
E?
Yeah.
It's not Friday. I don't know why you're playing this song, guys. I wouldn't mind hearing it, but today's Thursday.
Bro, I feel like Friday.
Friday is tomorrow. Today's Thursday.
Yo, my bad.
I know you're not going to be here tomorrow either. You're doing some other show.
Oh, man.
I don't know what's going on around these parts.
I don't know what happened.
Roster Free Radio during the draft. I got E not here tomorrow. I don't know what to tell you, Jacksonville.
Oh, man, that's crazy. My bad. It just feel like Friday, man.
This guy playing Friday song. What the hell's going on around here? But you know who stands tall? This guy right here, the old guy. Yeah.
The mogul.
The mogul. Got to go all day long today. Don't worry about me, Jacksonville.
I'm going all day long today, too, bro.
Yeah, really? You going to be around at 11 o'clock tonight doing the news?
Well, I ain't going that late.
Yeah, okay then.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You know what? I stand down.
Stand down. Nobody runs with the mogul when it comes to this stuff.
You're right. You're right.
Nobody.
Nobody.
Look at all the rest are pretenders. Don't forget that, Jacksonville. Cam Ward's getting drafted by the Titans tonight, right? What number did Cam Ward wear at
He wore 1.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Should he wear number 1 at Tennessee?
I really don't care what he wear at Tennessee.
Well, let's say, do you think he wants to wear number 1? Probably.
Yeah, let me see. I'm trying to think why you brought this up.
Why did I bring it up?
Somebody's wearing one at Tennessee, or is it retired?
Who shouldn't wear? Who?
Oh, y'all, no, he's not getting one.
You can't get one.
No.
Shouldn't ask either.
No.
Shouldn't ask. Should he?
That's Warren Moon joint.
Warren Moon.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't go asking him, can you?
No, he doesn't even know who Warren Moon is. I bet he doesn't know who Warren Moon is.
It's not like you can buy it either.
All right.
Warren Moon's got the money. Tennessee fans hope he could be as good as Warren Moon.
Does that scare you any? Does that bother you any?
No. Does it you?
No.
Maybe I'm wrong, too. I don't know.
It doesn't bother me either.
I'll tell you this, though. He was, I wasn't, I'll say this. I'll give him credit for this. I wasn't worried about him playing the Gators. He kicked our ass.
He did.
So, you know what I mean? I wasn't worried about him. I wasn't worried one bit about him. And he was the difference maker that day.
Yeah, he was stellar.
He threw for almost 400 yards and 3 touchdowns, and he'd run when he had. I mean, we couldn't get him. So maybe I should be, but I'm not. Man, I heard Molly say this, and I knew this, and I'll mention it now. I don't want to mention it. I feel so badly for my guy, Andy Kaufman over there with the Icemen and the organization.
Man, tough.
I mean, this is every year.
Those Everblades, man.
We can't beat them.
We even take them into overtime.
3 straight overtime losses. I mean, and again, they won't give up. They'll play again. And I think they play tonight, don't they? Isn't it Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday?
I believe so. I think they play tonight.
Check the schedule for me real quick.
Checking.
But oh my gosh, man. You got to understand, like last year we had them and we came back here. We had everything going our way. We had beaten them down there. We had the advantage. We lost the series. 2 years ago, I mean, these clowns have won the Kelly Cup, I think, 3 straight years. We can't beat them. And I honestly think we're like the second best team in the ECHL. I really do. And we just can't beat them. And
Puck drops tonight at 7.
Yeah.
And then they run it back on Sunday at 3 p.m.
Hopefully.
And then maybe.
And then they'd have to go back down there. It's just tough. It's next to impossible. And I mean, you get to overtime. That's a brutal. And I will say this about Andy Kaufman and the Iceman. I mean, he really cared. Like, that's an owner who's doing everything. Now, he's a great marketer, right? You guys support the hockey team. We lead the ECHL in attendance every year. Okay? So, but I'm telling you, man, I've sat with him at these playoff games. It kills him. He really cares. He wants to. He has done everything in his power to find a team that can build a team that can beat those guys. And we just can't freaking beat them. We just can't freaking beat them. But you know what? It ain't over till it's over. So keep fighting, Iceman. That's all I can say. Keep fighting. Keep scrapping. Keep clawing. But I don't know. I don't know what the... Man, that's just brutal, though. That's just brutal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's tough, man. Overtime,
Golly. One other top. Well, let's look at Daniel Jeremiah's final mock draft. He put that out last night. And he went Ashton Genty to the Jags. Some of the surprises, though, and things change a little bit. The first 4 are still locked in. Ashton Genty to the Jags. You know, it's funny. It kept saying there's no trades, there's no trades, there's no trades. Watch there be like a bunch of trades during the draft tonight. You know? He's got the Raiders going Kelvin Banks Jr. So Kelvin Banks Jr. was high on the list like back during the season and then has fallen and now is back high again. And by the way, I would agree with that, and I don't watch the video. Will Campbell, okay, but Armand Membo, who he has going to the Jets at 7, so it's not like he's fallen. But there's 3 offensive tackles, and it's I guess that's such a premium position, right?
Correct.
And then he would have Mason Graham going to Carolina, which would leave the Saints taking Michael Williams from Georgia. The Bears would get Tyler Warren, the edge rusher. Oh, man. My buddy Joe sent me this fact about our Icemen. I got to mention this. The Icemen are 15-20 in their playoff history. Okay?
Okay.
19 losses of those 20 have come against Florida. You hear me?
I heard you.
Ugh, I hate Florida. I hate the Everblades. Thank you, Joe, I think. All right, back to the mock draft. San Francisco going Gray Zabel all the way up at 11. Tet McMillan going to Dallas. We talked about Tet McMillan yesterday. Again, nobody seems... Well, that's not true. It's interesting with him. Again, we brought this up. Now, look, the response from the pro Tet McMillan group is that, why wouldn't you take him? And we said, well, I wouldn't take him because he says he doesn't love football. He says he doesn't watch extra film. He doesn't need to. Well, he said it 2 years ago. He was a freshman sitting there eating food. Somebody was shooting video of him. So, but I don't know, man. I ain't taking him. But the Jags might. Jags might trade down and take Ted McMillan. Apparently they love him, which is odd to me. Colston Loveland to the Broncos. A couple others. Emeka Egbuka all the way up at 16 to the Cardinals. He's got the Giants trading back in to get Jackson Dart at 18. Then he's got Shador going to Pittsburgh at 21. He's got the Chargers taking a running back, Trevion Henderson. He's got the Rams taking a running back, Omarion Hampton. So he's got the Chiefs going offensive line. He's got the Ravens getting Kenneth Grant. Wouldn't that be something? Always watch the Ravens. Anyway, that's Daniel Jeremiah's mock draft. Keep an eye out on that. He's pretty good at it as well. So we shall see. We shall see how that turns out. My Mets swept the Phillies, by the way. Thought I just mentioned that.
Shout out.
Huh? What do you think of that?
I think nothing of it.
You don't think anything of that?
Nothing at all.
No? That doesn't impress you?
Not one bit.
I got home from Brooks's game, and I caught the end of the Mets game, and the Mets were losing. Phillies had the bases loaded, and they were up 3-2, and the Mets got out of it. And then, in extra innings, you start with a runner on second, and Alonso doubled one in, and then Starling Marte singled him in, and suddenly the Mets complete a 7-0 homestand, and they're 18-7, and that's the best record in baseball. And so right now, I got to enjoy that.
Wait, so whenever you go into extra innings,
runner goes on second.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, they started that a couple years ago, trying to save the pitching.
Okay.
So they don't have to. So the games don't go 14, 15 innings. So not a bad idea. Some people like it, some people don't. It's one of those mixed ones. I don't mind it. Ghost runner on second. Jock Peterson was 0 for 41 with Texas. He got a hit last night, so he broke that slump. That was big. The Yankees won. They beat the Guardians. Your guy, Jazz Chisholm.
Jazz.
Yeah. You got to come look at this play.
Let me check it out.
This is like, you tell me, you would tell me Jazz Chisholm is a dog. I would tell you Jazz Chisholm is a wuss. This guy hits the ball right to Jazz, breaks the bat. He breaks the bat, so he gets scared and runs away.
They just caught him off guard, bro.
Bro, come here. Watch this again. So Jazz Chisholm, right? So here's the pitch. Bat breaks. Look where it lands. He says, I didn't want to get killed. So he lets the ball go by. I mean, are you kidding me, man? That's not dog-like. You told me we got to have dogs on baseball teams too, bro. Baseball teams too.
All teams need dogs.
We mentioned this. I'll mention it. And the court allows Travis Hunter's father to go to the NFL draft. Hunter Sr. was granted an exception to the travel restriction under terms of a 3-year probation agreement. So I guess he's out of jail, but he's on probation where he isn't allowed to travel, but he will be allowed to travel to Green Bay to be with his son for the draft, which is nice. All right. We're just warming up. It's not Friday. It's Thursday. It's draft day, right, E?
Yeah, Thursday draft day.
All right. Jags aren't on the clock yet. Our Dream Finders Homes poll question, by the way, is out there if you'd like to vote. What will the Jags do Thursday night? Trade up or down? 43.6%. Draft Genty, 30.1%. Draft Graham, 12.2%. Total shocker. 14.8%. Also, Quickie Dream Finders Homes poll question. Which sports network do you watch during the draft? 54% watch ESPN, still 45.8% NFL Network. So really kind of 50-50 on that one. We have 200 votes in that. We only have 12 minutes left in that one. This is the drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Downtime with Dan is serviced by the local family-owned company for home comfort and your statewide mechanical partner for the biggest projects, Lloyd's Heating and Air.
Yeah, I want to talk for just a second about Steve McMichael. What a courageous battle he fought. He succumbed to ALS yesterday. Remember, he went into the Hall of Fame last summer. He just wanted to make it to that to see his induction. He did, and then he kept battling. But he fought ALS like he played football, right? The guy played in like 190 straight games. The guy was an integral part of the Chicago Bears defense, one of the best defenses in the history, if not the best defense in the history of the NFL. He had, 100 career sacks. He won a Super Bowl. He did everything on a football field, and he was there every single Sunday at one of the toughest positions to play. Steve McMichael will be remembered fondly and courageously for his battle and his football career.
The Drill. From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios, your home for Florida Gators baseball is 1010XL.
It's a weekend series loaded with top talent. The 5th-ranked Razorbacks and the Gators in the Swamp, Arkansas, Florida. Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday afternoon on 1010 AM.
As a contractor, finding reliable subcontractors is key to project success. Prosser here. Guys, that's where Lloyd's Heating and Air shines. Not just your mechanical HVAC experts, but your partner, understanding every facet of construction to keep your project on track. Lloyd's will spot issues early before they cause delays. If you're a contractor with a need for reliability, visit LloydsHeatingandAir.com. Lloyd's Heating and Air, keeping you comfortable in every season.
Lauren Brooks here. At Hodges Mazda, they are proud of their solid reputation in the Jacksonville community. As your hometown Mazda dealer, their high customer service standards and their huge inventory of new and used cars provide their customers a consistently first-rate car buying experience. Their professional, non-commissioned sales team puts your best interests first without exception. And all new vehicle purchases include the Hodges Mazda Protection Package. Visit them online at HodgesMazda.com or stop in today to learn more and discover the Hodges Mazda difference.
Are you thinking about a pool for your home? Blue Haven Pools is Jacksonville's largest pool builder. They've built pools for over 20,000 satisfied families since 2000. It's never been easier to design the perfect pool for your home, family, and budget. Call Blue Haven Pools today at 904-620-0090 to get a free in-home estimate for your in-ground pool, or visit bluehaven.com. Don't let another summer pass by without a pool. Join thousands of happy Jacksonville pool owners in a Blue Haven pool.
It's the final days of Diamonds Direct's annual spring sale. This is your last chance to get an extra 20% off our already renowned prices. Plus, book an appointment and get an additional $100 off your purchase. But hurry, these savings end soon. And this weekend only, we're open Sunday to give you an extra day to shop our expanded selection of trending engagement ring settings, his and hers wedding bands, must-have fine jewelry, and more. Time is running out. 20% off, store-wide savings. Visit DiamondsDirect.com for details.
Before the picks come in, 1010XL will be all over the draft with every angle and option. 1010XL's draft coverage is brought to you by First Coast Recyclers and Renewal by Anderson Windows and Doors. Roll through the offseason with AA Automotive.
So, you finally have some time to yourself. Even if it is just the car ride home, it's you time. And look at you. Do not disturb set before you even got in the car? Impressive. You've earned this moment to just chill and drive. This break is brought to you by Target Zero and the Florida Department of Transportation.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
Are you struggling with hair loss? At IHRS, we understand because we've been there too. We're dedicated to finding the best solution tailored just for you.
My hair looks great. It was thinning, and IHRS restored my hair. It's now fuller, it's thicker, voluminous. It's made me feel great.
With the latest technology and FDA-approved laser therapy, PRP, and non-surgical hair addition, we offer guaranteed solutions for men and women.
With over 35 years of experience, IHRS found a hair restoration for us, and we can find one for you.
For me.
For me.
And me too.
Visit hairforme.com or call 904-777-IHRS. Get a free microscopic analysis and get to the root of your problem. This $395 $25 analysis is yours for free. Call 904-777-4477 now.
The best game day parking in all of Duval is at Tailgaters Parking. Are you ready for some football? Tailgaters is just steps away on the east side of the stadium. Visit tailgatorsparking.com and secure your season parking pass today.
David here with Royal Pest Services. Man, don't let your yard be torn up by that heavy aeration machine this spring. Visit RoyalPestServices.com to learn more about our granular aeration, broadcast throughout the tree and shrubs to break up that compacted soil. Visit RoyalPestServices.com.
Yo, it's your main man, E to the T here for Twin Peaks, which happens to be the best in the game, by the way. Here are your favorite drafts are poured at a frosty 29 degrees. And rare barrel-aged whiskeys are served just the way you want them. And it's bigger game days and it's bolder fight nights, too. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that's always coming through in a clutch? Every day, from late night to early in the morning. Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar. Stick around after sunset as well, where Twin Peaks is open really late. Wind down with bourbon and late night bites. Come on, somebody.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the 10-minute drill.
This is a big one.
Brought to you by
Advanced Business Solutions.
your local authorized Xerox deal on 1010XL.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Hit it.
Yeah. We got sports concepts. We got sports rationalizations. We call it the 10-minute drill. Still talking draft. At the end of the drill, we like to hand out a prize pack. He says it's razzle-dazzle. What are we handing out today, sir?
I got a pair of tickets to UB40. It's going down at the St. Augustine Amphitheater on Saturday, August 23rd. One lucky winner can win a pair of tickets at the end of the 10-minute drill. Holla at your boy.
Hot off the presses. Final projections from ESPN's Field Yates, along with Mel Kiper's best predictions and notes. Top four stay the same. Nobody's willing to go different. Cam Ward, Travis Hunter. You can talk rap sheet all you want and trade the Browns trading. Unless somebody's willing to give up a king's ransom, they're not trading away Travis Hunter. He's already basically said we're going to use him on both sides of the ball if they take him at number 2. Abdul Carter would go to the Giants. They have to. They have to win. You can't take a quarterback who's a project. And if you take Shedeur Sanders at number 3, do you think he's ready to start right now?
No.
And he would basically, that would be the way it's going to be. You signed Russell Wilson. You signed Jameis Winston. You're going to take a quarterback there too? Wouldn't make sense. Makes no sense. Sometimes you just got to look at things like logically, you know? New England could surprise, but everybody thinks they're taking Will Campbell, so we'll stay with that. Kuiper says, everything I've heard tells me the top 4 picks are set. It's really Jacksonville at number 5 where things could get interesting. Yates says Ashton Genty. Says new Jags GM James Gladstone has used the phrase intangibly rich during the pre-draft process. Genty fits the description as a top 5 prospect with rare contact, balance, power, and explosion. I personally, says Yates, would attack the defensive side of the ball if I were in Jacksonville's shoes, but new coach Liam Cohen might want to get quarterback Trevor Lawrence more playmakers. Many around the league believe the Jags are headed in this direction. All right? And that's where sometimes the information comes, right? When you think about it. Like, how do people get information? Well, everybody knows everybody in the league. Everybody talks to everybody in the league, right? So it's not necessarily your... But you may be talking to somebody from, say, the Bears who let's say, have a friend on the Jags, and that's what these guys all talk. The scouts all, say what you want. Nobody can keep a secret. Anyway, Kuiper says, it sure sounds like Jacksonville's going offense. I commonly projected Michigan defensive tackle Mason Graham there over the past few months. Yes, you did. But the latest intel is saying Cohen and the Jags are targeting Genty or perhaps Arizona receiver Tet McMillan. I've heard McMillan compared to Mike Evans, who played for Cohen in Tampa Bay. Okay. There you have it, E.
Mike Evans like to read his playbook.
And loves the game.
He loves the game.
Oh, boy. Not intangibly rich. Why can't we just, fair question, for sure, if they take him, right? I mean, golly, I would be shocked. You telling me that doesn't go against everything that they've just sat here and told us for the last 2 months?
It would go completely against that.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It would. He's got the Raiders taking Kelvin Banks Jr. He's got the Jets taking Mason Graham. But that's because Mason Graham has fallen. Somebody's got to pick him up. Then he's got Carolina going Armand Membu. So now everything is getting shook up. Then the Saints would take Jalen Walker. The Bears would still get Tyler Warren. The Niners would get an edge rusher from Georgia, Mykel Williams. The Cowboys would get Tet McMillan. The Dolphins, Will Johnson, one of the fallers. Miami needs a cornerback, Kuiper says, but I would not be surprised if it favors Texas's Jahdae Barron over Johnson. The Colts are being connected to the tight ends, Colston Loveland. Colts have not had a tight end reach 500 receiving yards since Eric Ebron did it in 2018. Ooh. Got the Cardinals taking that offensive tackle from Ohio State. Got the Broncos taking Matthew Golden. That's a surprise. I keep thinking running back. And Kuiper says he would be surprised too about Yates' pick. So Yates makes the picks. Kuiper responds. It's kind of how it works. Let me see if there's any more shockers. It's the same names, just different teams. He's got a Commanders-Browns trade. And then the Browns taking Shedeur Sanders. Which would be interesting. But I got to say, man, I don't know. Here are a few names that kept coming up in Kuiper's calls this week. Good football players who could go anywhere from round 2 to round 5. Okay? Round 2 to round 5. Guys like names that I've heard. Harold Fannin Jr., who's that pass catcher from Bowling Green, a big dude. Xavier Watts is a safety from Notre Dame. Andrew Mukuba, safety from Texas. Terrence Ferguson's a tight end from Oregon. Pat Bryant, wide receiver, Illinois. From Jacksonville, Florida, went to Atlantic Coast High School. Shout out. Malachi Moore, the Alabama safety. Just some of the dudes that you might see or hear, on Friday. So he's got the Chiefs taking Kenneth Grant. Kenneth Grant's name comes up in the first round all the time. Maxwell Hairston, the corner from Kentucky. These are the names that you hear, right? Malachi Starks, safety from Georgia. Josh Connerly Jr., offensive tackle. Nick Amonowori from South Carolina. He was the one that I love that guy. I think that guy's going to be a good player. He's got him going to the Vikings at 24. So anyway, that's what's going on with that. If you in that particular mock draft going forward, that's Field Yates. That's the last. That's the last mock draft that he'll have. So the draft is here, and we're ready to roll. And it's draft day, man. So away we go. Away we go. Should be exciting. Should be good. What are the Jags going to do? What do you think they're going to do? Move up, move back, draft Ashton Genty? Time will tell. Time will tell. Where's the party tonight, E? Lemon Bar?
Lemon Bar.
So it's a little different with the stuff going around the stadium. So
with stuff going on around the stadium, the Jaguars are throwing a draft party at Lemon Bar, and your boy gonna be there. I heard the media mogul gonna be there too.
I go early. I go before it gets crazy.
Oh, come on, you setting the tone.
Nah, I'll be
day drinking.
I'll be over there from like noon, starting at noon.
Fireball. Yeah, go set the tone then.
No. What time are you going over there?
I might pull up while you there, but I'm scheduled to be there 4 to close. I'm going to shut her down.
You're shutting it down tonight.
I'm going to shut her down.
All right. I got to do TV from the Miller Electric Center where I'll be listening to what these guys are saying and what they do, when they pick, how they pick. And then it's going to be one of those weird ones because their pick comes fairly early, right? Let's say it's 8 o'clock. Let's say 8:10, 8:20, 8:30, 8:40, 8:50, the Jags make their pick. So before 9 o'clock, the Jags make their pick. But then nobody can go anywhere because what are they going to, or do they trade back?
Right, yeah.
If they trade back, then it becomes, 9:30, 10 o'clock.
Man, I'm hoping they trade up, bro.
If they well, I know you are, but that's a lot to give away, man.
He's worth it.
Yeah. That's what you keep telling me, and then I'll go see him in Cleveland, and in 2 years I'll be saying, remember how you wanted to give up the farm for this guy, and he's just now in Cleveland. Cleveland still sucks.
It's Cleveland, though.
Yeah, well, you got to make Cleveland, You're
right. The greats, yeah.
Yeah, you got to make them better. You got to make them great. So, anyway. No.
My bad.
Nah, not tonight. We got to work, man.
I'm coming in late tomorrow, bro.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm not worried about tomorrow. I'm worried about tonight. Again, you keep forgetting. All right, we'll take a break. We'll keep it rolling. Lots going on in the world of sports. Doc Murphy coming up as well. We got our Lock and Law high school report coming up. Is that correct, E?
That is correct.
What time are we doing that?
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. And talk to
Oakleaf softball.
Give softball some love.
Yeah.
That and more coming up right here on The Drill.
The Drill. From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Worse? How could this be worse?
Start your mornings with Dan Hicken and Jeff Prosser.
This is worse.
The Drill.
Picks you up, it calms you down. It's the lifeblood that drives the dreams of champions.
Weekday mornings on 1010XL.
Hello, Jacksonville. This is John Johnson with First Coast Recycling. We buy junk cars. If you have a car or a truck that you're looking to get rid of, then look no further. If you absolutely, positively have to get that car out of there, accept no substitutes. Fast cash is at your fingertips. Just call First Coast Recycling at 904-294-1659 today for a quick and easy quote. Come on, let's take your driveway back.
Hey, we're certainly facing some interesting economic times, right? I mean, if you follow the stock market, man, it's up and down like crazy these days, right? You got tariffs, all these questions. ITP's got the answers, right? And that's why I am comforted to know my money's in good hands with the guys at ITP Partners, man. Experience, expertise, knowledge. That's Reed Wingate and Janice Cobb, man. That's Scott Regner and Dan Abel. That's Reagan Wright, Jeff Hartman, and Chris Bryan. Those are the ITP Partners, man. They listen to each of us. They build strategies around our goals. It's a great time to get started, right? Chris at ITPpartners.com. Easy to get a hold of him. Call him 312-9751. Direct 312-9751. They're ITP Partners, man. They're my financial partners for life. Non-compensated client testimonial may not be representative of all client experiences. No guarantee of future performance or success.
Shania Twain.
Let's go, girls.
Live in Jacksonville. Shania Twain. 2 incredible shows. Daly's Place, July 29th, and Due to Demand, second show added July 30th. With special guest Mackenzie Porter. New show on sale Friday at 10 a.m. at Ticketmaster.com. For more, visit ShaniaTwain.com.
When you're a little kid on the playground, they tell you don't hit back. Well, the courtroom isn't a playground. And if you've suffered an injury or death in your family, I'm here to tell you it's okay to hit back and fight to make them pay. I'm attorney Brett Hastings, and at Hastings Injury Law, we understand all the pain and emotion that comes with being wrong. And we've dedicated our lives to making things right for people like you. So if you get hit back with Hastings Injury Law. Offices, Jacksonville.
If you're 55 and up, T-Mobile has plans built just for you. 2 lines of unlimited for just $30 a line. That's a 45% savings compared to Verizon and AT&T. But don't just take our word for it.
It's not just the savings that are great with our T-Mobile plan. There's all this value from all these other things that T-Mobile offers.
T-Mobile has been such a savings for us.
We love it. Switch today and get 2 free 5G phones like the Motorola Edge with Turbo Power charging that gives you power for the day in just 15 minutes. And customers 55 and up can get 2 lines of talk, text, and data for only $30 a line. Go to T-Mobile.com/55 to learn more. With 24 monthly bill credits and 2 new lines with autopay for well-qualified customers, plus taxes, fees, and $35 per line connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Contact us, plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. 45% off 2 lines versus AT&T Starter and Verizon Welcome. Plan benefits vary. See details at T-Mobile.com. Motorola Edge requires 68-watt charger. Charger sold separately. Actual performance will vary based on usage and configuration.
For your chance to win 4-day weekend VIP passes to the Welcome to Rockville Festival in Daytona Beach, May 15th to the 18th. Text the word ROCK to the 1010XL text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures at 641-1010.
Spring is in the air, and it's time for cool boats at hot prices. Come to the Jacksonville Spring Boat Show, April 25th, 26th, and 27th at Metropolitan Park. Don't miss killer deals on boats and accessories, plus fishing seminars, kids events, and more. The Jacksonville Spring Boat Show, presented by Jacksonville Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Westside. Come by boat and get in free. Tickets and info at boatjacks.com. That's boatjacks.com.
Beat the spring cleaning rush with big savings and priority booking by calling our heroes at Zero Res. This month, get Zero Resified from Jacksonville's #1 carpet cleaner. You'll get 25% off all cleaning services. That's right, 25% off. Check out 8,000 raving customer reviews if you don't believe me online. Call them, 904-287-5727, or visit their website, ZeroResJacksonville.com. Zero Res, spell it forwards or backwards. It's the right way to clean.
Zero Res.
Duck Duck Air Conditioning is here to save the day with a free AC system inspection. Call now, 904-862-6769. Duck Duck Air Conditioning, duckduckac.com. Any required repairs are not included in the inspection.
It's the NBA playoffs, and Hurricane Grill and Wings has slam dunk specials like $3.75 Miller Lite drafts with 30 bold wing flavors, ice cold drinks, handcrafted cocktails, and big screens everywhere. Find your spot at hurricanewings.com.
David Garrard here. I've had the PRP treatment from Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, and my knees are really doing well. Platelet-rich plasma treatment may be the answer for whatever is hurting you.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
My son had a meniscus surgery a couple of years ago. Went smooth as silk. Dr. Kevin Murphy did it. Was playing tennis in 2 weeks. This is Patrick Malarkey, and I highly recommend
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists is not affiliated with the NFL or the Jacksonville Jaguars. Discussion regarding injuries is solely based on opinion. Coming up, the weekly Southeast Orthopedic Specialist Medical Report featuring Dr. Kevin Murphy, a board-certified orthopedic surgeon specializing in sports medicine, upper extremities, and arthroscopy of the shoulders and knees. Dr. Murphy is a nationally and internationally recognized orthopedic expert. He's a former orthopedic consultant to the White House and the Pentagon, and currently serves as head team physician for UNF, the Jacksonville Icemen, and Northeast Florida area high schools.
We got Doc Murphy. Morning, Doctor. How are you, sir?
Morning, boys. How are you?
We're doing well. Prosser Free Radio today. You just get Danny Boy here. We'll talk about a couple injuries, Doc. I'm curious as we head into the draft. You guys, obviously, doctors will poke and prod. We've talked a lot about that through the years. And then they like to say, well, there's a red flag. Like, what's a red flag for a young athlete, 22 years old, who plays the game? Injuries happen. Let's say they have an injury, but generally speaking, you recover from injury. So what is it that would cause a doctor to say, well, I don't know how long he'll be able to play?
Yeah, so take a position. So running back. Okay. You know, if you got a running back who's had multiple knee surgeries or meniscus tears that have been scoped and debrided and trimmed his meniscus.
Okay.
And he's now out with swelling from his knee periodically. That guy's got some arthritis of his knee.
Okay.
And you look at that and say his shelf life in the NFL is, 5 years. Running full out hard. And he's going to be on the shelf a lot. So not necessarily a red flag that you say don't get him, but you look at it and the team will say, is this guy worth taking? You say, well, he's probably got a shelf life of 5 years. He's not going to have a 15-year NFL career.
Right.
And, similar thing with some of these receivers or DBs with instability of their shoulders and have had surgery and they have loose shoulders. That doesn't bode well long term. So some of those injuries, the predictability of, their longevity in the NFL are the things you look at.
Yeah. I think a perfect example of that would have been Miles Jack. So Miles Jack, who played for Jacksonville, and he fell a little bit in the draft. He was because remember, if you remember correctly, he played linebacker and running back at UCLA. The Jaguars drafted him, got him, I think, at the top of the second round. And there were some red flags about him. And listen, it was about longevity, and it was proven out to be correct. I mean, he played.
He was exactly that thing. He had knee
7 years.
Pain, was out a lot. And that's how his NFL career went.
Yeah, so he played 7 years. He played. He was a good football player. But 7 years was it, right? And he was out at 28. He played in 3 games in his 8th year with Pittsburgh. But generally speaking, he played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years. And he played in 16, 11, 14, 15 games. And he was productive. His last full season, he had 104 tackles. So, but after that, I guess.
He had 5 years where he was running hard and then kind of faded in the end, just as you'd predict, right?
Right. And I think that's kind of what we talk about. Anyway, I bring this up. Michigan has a corner, Will Johnson, who has battled a knee issue, and then he sat out the second half, I think, of last year with a toe, and they're talking about, and I wouldn't be surprised if he fell. Ultimately, you'll draft him, but if you do draft him, you're drafting him knowing that you're only going to get not a 12-year, 10-year career, most likely, right?
Yeah, you got a receiver with foot issues or whatever it is that, you have these big toe problems and turf toe with some arthritis in your big toe. It's a hard thing to get over. You can't really get rid of it. So push off pain and all that stuff, you'll miss some time. You just have to factor that into the equation. Are you willing to, where do you want to buy him?
Right.
Knowing he's going to have a shelf life of certain years and certain number of games he's probably going to play in a season.
When you guys, how you get alerted to these things, like, hey, check his knee, and you get the obviously you get the medical records to look at them and go over them and with a fine tooth comb. Is that kind of how it works?
Sure. And when they go to the combine, they get poked and prodded too, and you have their medical records are available to you. And, and before you draft them, you have the opportunity to request MRIs of things that you have questions on and that nature. Sometimes they refuse them, and again, there's a red flag, right? Those kind of things. Guy's got a knee injury that's been undisclosed through college or whatnot, and he's missed time, and you don't have all the full records, and he won't go get an MRI. You say, well, maybe this guy's ACL's torn, and we really don't know it.
All right, a couple more. Doc Murphy, Southeast Orthopedic Specialist, nobody better. Look, Jimmy Butler left the game last night after a hard fall, suffered a pelvis contusion, Doc. Tell me about a pelvis contusion and what would you think about going forward, say game 3, game 4? Do you think he could play? What is it? Is that like tell me about a pelvis contusion. Just hurts?
Well, it's amazing. It's amazing they don't have more of those.
Yes.
You see those guys land on their back.
Incredible.
When they come down.
Yeah.
So, it's a bone bruise.
Okay.
It's going to hurt when he runs and lands. It's going to be more if he really falls again. It's going to hurt, and he may miss some minutes, but he'll be able to play.
Okay. So he should be able to go. He'll be fine. Doc, the other thing I wanted to ask you about is as guys like myself get older, age, do you guys do more do people have more trouble with knees, hips, shoulders? What's the number one area that you see in the plus 50 guys and ladies who are active people?
Yeah, well, I was going to say it depends on your activity level.
Yeah.
But knees and shoulders, backs. Obviously, if you've had a back injury in the past, is a problem. But and if you're playing golf, rotational back stuff. But knees take a beating. That's a lot of wear and tear over the years. And if you're a runner, all those things, it's going to be knees. If you were a thrower and an athlete or a golfer, the rotation of your shoulders. So we see all of that. I'd say my practice in the older population is more shoulders than knees, but the knees need to get some arthritis. There's a lot that can be done other than replacing it. So certainly get seen for that, because there's a lot of things that can get you back going without the people worry, I'm going to get my knee replaced. That's not always the case.
And what about hips? That's a bigger deal, or is that not as much?
Hips is usually something that somebody had an injury to their hip to get arthritis. Now, some people just have generalized arthritis, and it's unfortunate they have it all over. But it's more knees typically than hips. Hips do occur, but most of those are some injury in the past.
All right. Good stuff. Anything else stick out to you?
The ALS thing you talked about.
Yeah.
Interesting. It's a nerve issue, degenerative nerve issue, where the neurons from your brain don't send the signal to the muscle well, and it's a progressive thing. It's a really terrible thing. We don't have a fix for it. So it's a tragic thing. I heard you talking about that earlier. But
Steve McMichael passed away yesterday at the age of 67, and it's I've known a couple people who it's a tough watch, and as I mentioned earlier, man, that's you talk about unconditional love. You talk about caregivers, man. Those folks, and taking care of that is a tough deal, and going through it is a tough deal, because your mind works fine, right? As far as and
it's a slow deterioration that you have to manage. It's tough, but God bless him.
Yep, God bless him. All right, Doc, always good to catch up with you. Appreciate you, my man.
All right, buddy.
That's our guy. That's Dr. Kevin Murphy, a Southeast Orthopedic Specialist, se-ortho.com. Before we go to break, a couple other things I wanted to get to. All these guys, it's amazing how many mock drafts we look at, and yet I have now read at least 5, my one and only mock draft. And they stand out. Albert Breer, who does the Monday Morning Quarterback, says, I hate this NFL mock draft. It's worse this year. The reason 3 or 4 picks could become a jumbled mess. Here we go again. Arizona's Ted McMillan could go 5th or fall into the 20s. Marshall's Mike Green could go in the mid-teens. And I have him out of the first round altogether. Running back Omarion Hampton from North Carolina is missing from my list. So is a certain Colorado quarterback and every other quarterback not named Cam Ward. Is it likely that there will be only one quarterback in the first round? Probably not. There could be 3, but that's the beauty of this draft. What it lacks in star power, it has in wild uncertainty. Isn't that amazing that nobody knows?
Insane.
I mean, all this talking amongst each other, and we all know that Cam Ward is going first, right? We all know.
No question.
We all know that Travis Hunter's going second. Oh, I know what I wanted to tell you, E. Because, I want to trade up for Travis Hunter. Yeah. Here's one that the idiots on ESPN, the morning show, just kicked around. Okay, this is they think this is a fair trade.
Oh, I'm listening.
All right. This is what you want to do, by the way, E, to get Travis Hunter. So we get number 2. They get number 5. They get next year's first rounder.
Oh, I'm good with that.
And they get Trayvon Walker.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that's what you're giving up, E. That's what you want to do.
I give up next year's first rounder. Mm-hmm. I give up next year's first and second rounder. Kiki. Don't like it? To move up to number 2?
No. I'm not giving up. No.
Yes.
It's draft capital, man.
Travis Hunter.
Yeah.
Most dynamic player in college football last year. Game changer. His comps were Justin Jefferson and Champ Bailey.
Who made those comps?
Yeah, sign me up.
Who made those comps?
I don't know, some pundit.
Okay, well, I got Walter Payton sitting there at number 5. So, excuse me, non-Hall of Famers. I'm going to take Walter Payton at 5 and not give anything else up. If you're going to play the comp game, I'm going to play the comp game too, and then I'll take Walter Payton.
But I haven't seen a comp.
Or if he's no good, he'll be LaDainian Tomlinson.
I haven't seen that comp, though.
Yes, you have.
No,
we talked about it on this show 3 days ago.
It wasn't Walter Payton.
You heard it. It was Walter Payton.
It was not Walter.
The roof and the floor was LaDainian Tomlinson.
Damn
sure was. And you heard it.
Yeah.
And you heard it. And you're irresponsible with our pick. He's being irresponsible, people, with our number 2 pick.
I bet you
number 5 pick.
I bet you the boys agree with me. Like, yeah, I'm sure they would definitely Travis Hunter over Genty. Yeah, that's a no-brainer.
And no number 1 and number 2 next year.
I bet you they'll do that.
You're out of your mind.
Yes.
You're crazy. You're damn sure lost your mind.
I'll take it.
And the boys are saying, yes, it was Walter Payton.
Okay.
Yeah.
I agree.
I saw comps for Genty that were LT, Barry Sanders, and AP. Physically, Genty is Emmett. Oh, I'm just looking at what the fellas are saying right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. 1 and 2 next year for 2.
Yes.
E, are you nuts?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what we're dealing with.
What?
It's a good thing E isn't GM.
What?
Yeah, that's right. That's what they're telling me. E is crazy. I agree with E.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm in, E. Genty is mojo. He still must be milk drunk. He's out of his mind, Dan. He would give up 3 years of ones in Trevor. Ban the man. Genty's going to be Doug Martin. I love that's what I love about the draft, though. Everybody's got that opinion, right? Yeah. Everybody. And it's cool. I mean, look. And listen, by the way, the great thing is about the draft, there's no damn accountability for you guys. I'll bring up the processor Johnny Manziel all the time. Oh, that's who he wanted. Oh, we're going to trade the farm. We're going to take Johnny Manziel. Oh, let's get Johnny Manziel. We're convinced. And then he'll fire back. You said take Matt Jones. I said, yeah, I guess I did. We always have guys that we're wrong on. Everybody does. Got to admit it, though.
Yeah.
And listen, at least we got a new guy making the picks. So that's a positive. And at least we got a franchise that understands that this is the lifeblood of our football team. This is where we have to hit home runs. This is the day. Today, tomorrow, and Saturday are these are the most important days of the offseason, not the first day of free agency. The first day of free agency is okay, but it's called fool's gold for a reason. And if you hit on it one time, it still doesn't solve your problems. But if you find these guys who are with your club for 8 or 9 years and get those second contracts and get better as football players, that's when you start to win. That's when you become a perennial playoff team. Or you get one of the top 4 quarterbacks in the NFL who says, Just give me a team. I don't care. Right? I mean, Josh Allen lost everybody last year. They told us the Bills were going to be no good, right?
They did.
What'd he do? Get on my
Balled
back,
out.
boys. Get on my back.
Went and got an MVP.
Right. Lamar Jackson. It doesn't matter. Who am I throwing to? I got no receivers. Here, you got a tight end. Okay. You know. By the way, if Mark Andrews catches that ball, maybe Baltimore wins that game. Who knows? And then maybe we don't know. Kansas City, you don't have to say anything. You got Mahomes and Reed. You don't have to say anything. And by the way, just so you know, the Chiefs, all their Chiefs receivers are going to be back this year. All these guys have been hurt and beat up and suspended and whatever. Rashee Rice and Hollywood Brown and Xavier Worthy are all going to be around. Okay? I think Kelsey's running it back for another year. So, and then you got Joe Burrow who says, I don't know, man. I got great receivers, but all I do is throw for 300 yards and 4 touchdowns every week, and we lose. So we'll just keep trying. We'll try to score 40 instead of 35. So if you have that guy, it's different. But everybody else doesn't have that guy. Everybody else wants to have that guy, thinks they have that guy, is trying to have that guy. But right now, those 4 in the AFC are that guy. And by the way, none of them won a Super Bowl last year. So it does take a team. There are other avenues to win it. If you got a good one, I think Jalen Hurts is really good, right? But he ain't one of those 4, is he?
No, he's not.
No. He's not one of them 4.
No.
But he's really good. But they had
dogs.
All O-line, Saquon.
All around them.
Receivers. That defense shut down Mahomes.
All around them.
Yeah. So that's the other way. And that's the way that we got to go until our guy can prove that he's one of those guys, which he may never be able to do. I don't know. We're 4 years in. He ain't close. So 8 o'clock hour coming up. This is The Drill. Lock of Law High Score Report. More draft talk all day long right here on the program.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. Taking your sports day into the night.
Guaranteed to give you unbelievable power.
Into the night with Rick Ballou.
That guy could be a movie star.
Then Hacker After Dark.
They happen to be the hottest thing in the country.
Evenings on 1010XL.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Hey, you've been hearing all about it. Now it's here. It's Beards Diamond's most ambitious sale ever. It's through Sunday, so we're counting down. Only at Beards, 40% off all diamond stud earrings, all diamond tennis bracelets. It's a huge first-time ever event on the most popular pieces of fashion jewelry, man. Best prices ever. And by the way, unlike all the other jewelers in St. John's Town Center, Beards is not owned by a Wall Street conglomerate. No. They are family-owned. The Lupos own them. They're local. Been around here for 40 years. They got the freedom and flexibility the corporate stores don't have. It's a great chance to check out and support this 40-year business that runs circles around the competition. All right? You can get a 1-carat pair of studs, a 10-carat pair, all sizes available. So if you're just starting to build a jewelry wardrobe or you're upgrading to bigger sizes, Beards has you covered. Up to 40%, all diamond studs, all diamond tennis bracelets. Now through Sunday, 4 o'clock, only a locally owned Beards Diamond.
At Performance Painting, we've spent decades protecting commercial properties with durable, long-lasting coatings. And we can bring the same expertise when painting the exterior of your home. With industry-leading materials and a proven process, we extend the life of your home, reducing maintenance costs and preserving its value. Now, for a limited time, save $500 when you hire us to paint your home's exterior. Just mention 1010XL. Go to performance-painting.com to schedule a friendly estimate. Performance Painting. Repair, protect, preserve.
Performance Painting.
DUI? BUI? Don't stress. Call me Malcolm Anthony at 285-4LAW. That's 285-4LAW for Malcolm Anthony.
Home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
This is Corona Premier. It's the light beer you didn't know was a light beer until right. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Now, Corona Premier, an unexpectedly light beer.
Corona Premier, a light beer with just 90 calories and 2.6 grams of carbs. The premier side of life. For those that are active and on the go, pick some up the next time you're heading out to enjoy the day under the sun. Corona Premier, an unexpectedly light beer.
Are you struggling with hair loss? At IHRS, we understand because we've been there too. We're dedicated to finding the best solution tailored just for you.
My hair looks great. It was thinning, and IHRS restored my hair.
It's now fuller, it's thicker, voluminous. It's made me feel great.
With the latest technology and FDA-approved laser therapy, PRP, and non-surgical hair addition, we offer guaranteed solutions for men and women. With over 35 years of experience, IHRS found a hair restoration for us, and we can find one for you.
For me.
For me.
And me too.
Visit hairforme.com or call 904-777-IHRS. Get a free microscopic analysis and get to the root of your problem. This $395 analysis is yours for free. Call 904-777-4477 now.
Hey, I'm Tony from Tony D's Pizza. People ask me all day long, is it the water that makes the difference? Well, yes and no. Even water can't make a good pizza. It's the ingredients, too. The best tomatoes, the best flour, and the best cheese. Oh, and a lot of love. Tony D's New York Pizza, Bay Meadows and 295.
Hey, it's Guggen Golf time. If you and a friend would like to play in this year's Coastal Equipment Guggen Open Golf Tournament, May 19th at Hidden Hills Golf Club, text Guggen, Googan, to the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures at 641-1010 for your chance to win. Score a hole in one and win an Atlantic Infinity SUV. Enjoy a Chick-fil-A breakfast, the Dandy Foods lunch. Check out the latest big boy toys from Ride Now Power Sports. Thanks to our sponsors, Taco Loop, Lift Power, Instant Keys, and Southern Oak Insurance.
Work Zone Awareness Week is a reminder to prioritize safety every time you drive. Road workers are out there improving Florida's highways, and they depend on you to slow down and stay alert. Speeding and distractions put lives at risk, yours and theirs. Let's work together to protect everyone on the road. Remember, when you see orange cones, safety comes first. This is a message brought to you by the Florida Department of Transportation.
Reclaim a pain-free life with Rebound Rehab. If you've been injured or simply feeling the effects of an active life, you can rely on Rebound Rehabilitation to get you back in the game. Sitting on the sidelines isn't any fun. Trust Rebound Rehab's team of trained physical therapists to get you back up to speed and feeling full again. Now more convenient than ever. 11 locations to serve you, including new offices in Riverside across from St. Vincent's, Point Meadows, and Middleburg. Just log on to reboundrehab.com to see all they've got to offer.
Brought to you by Awaken 180. Florida Gators baseball teams gear up to host 5th-ranked Arkansas in a 3-game weekend series starting tomorrow down at the Condren Family Ballpark. The Gators entered the series on an upswing, winning 8 of their last 9 games, with the Razorbacks entering the series as one of the top teams in the nation, hoping to solidify their position in SEC standings. Head coach Kevin O'Sullivan shares his message to the team ahead of the game tomorrow.
Same one it's been for like the last month, honestly. It's one pitch at a time, one game at a time, and I'm sure they know, Arkansas is a complete team. I mean, they pitch, they throw strikes, they play defense. I think they're fielding like 984. Offensively, I think they've hit 88 home runs this year. Typical Arkansas team. They're very talented, and obviously we'll have to play our best. Simple as that.
It's 71 degrees at 8:05. Time in Temp brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. The plays on and off the field. Now get ready for the Lockett Law High School Report. Brought to you by Lockett Law. Know before you blow.
Hit me! All right, welcome back. Take a couple minutes here. Take a break from the draft talk. Got much more coming up. We're going to talk to Charlie Maddox. Charlie's senior pitcher over there at Oakleaf. Had herself a terrific season. Charlie, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing well. We're doing well. Where do we stand right now in terms of as the season winds down? Is where are we playoff? Are we headed to the playoffs? Where are we in softball?
Yes. So next week, Monday starts district.
Okay.
For the surrounding Jacksonville areas. So that's super exciting.
And
yep.
How's our district stack up? How are we looking over there at Oakleaf? Oakleaf is a perennial powerhouse in softball. You play all the good teams, so you get a lot of good tests. So hopefully you've been tested and you know what you have to do to win these games. But where are we in terms of our district and the play?
Currently we're sitting second in our district.
All right.
Due to, I think, some early on fumble of games, for sure.
Okay.
But like you said, we have been tested later on in our season with a lot of better teams. So I think that we're prepared, and we're prepared to do what it takes to win, for sure.
Charlie Maddox is our guest from Oakleaf. She's a senior pitcher, so she pitches, in all the big games, obviously. But she also can hitting over 400 this year. When you're not pitching, where do you play?
I'm just the designated player, so I just hit for whoever
I like that
needs hitting for, I guess.
Yes,
that's pretty much it. Yep.
That's good. That's good. Which do you prefer, hitting or pitching?
Obviously pitching. I mean, hitting, I don't like. I'm going to college to play softball, and I'm going to be playing pitcher. I'm not going to be hitting in college, so I definitely prefer pitching, but hitting in high school is definitely fun for me. It's less pressure for sure.
Charlie, where are you headed for college?
I'm going to be playing softball at Dartmouth in New Hampshire.
Ooh, very nice, Charlie. Ivy League. Yes. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Yes, thank you.
How did was that play? Obviously, you do very well in school. Then was that one of your goals as you began? Did you want to play Ivy League softball? Did this come about? Tell us a little bit about your story.
Yeah, so I didn't always know that I wanted to go to an Ivy League. Like, it was always a dream of mine, and that's kind of why I worked so hard in school and did what I did. But definitely, it was in the sights, but it was not. It kind of just happened, and then I was like, you know what? This is my dream, and I'm going to make it happen. I like I said, I worked hard in school, and here in Florida, we have the ACE program, and I went into that with the intention of going to school in Florida because with ACE, you get 100% Bright Futures, so you get 100% tuition covered in any state school in Florida. So I was like, if I play softball, then like that's like my free ticket, right? Like I'm going to go for free anywhere I go, which was definitely appealing. But then I started getting recruited by Ivy Leagues, and I was like, well, this is my dream, and I can't pass this up. And then, obviously the money falls into place, and it kind of is what it is. But without ACE, I wouldn't have gotten into an Ivy League school, but I could have gone for free to any Florida State school. So it's kind of like it was the best of both worlds for me.
Congratulations. You should be very proud of that.
Thank
I know
you.
your family's proud of you. That's awesome stuff, man, and well-deserved. You make it to the Ivy League, and you're going to play softball. ACE, is that like at Oakleaf you take like biomechanical engineering classes and things like that? I mean, what are we studying?
No, it's basically all of your general classes, but it's a Cambridge program, so it's from the UK there, and it's like essentially harder classes weighted higher and give you the GPA and like things like that and coursework that you would need to like get into like rigorously to get into like an Ivy League school. So yeah, it's not anything different from like your regular high school. I mean, it's a little bit different because it's Cambridge and like British learning, but
you have to speak with a British accent when you take the classes, Charlie?
No.
Okay, just making sure.
No.
All right, because that would be tough. Charlie Maddox, Oakleaf senior pitcher, been tough all year. Now? If I'm going to hit against you, what is it? What's your out pitch? Is it a rise ball? Do you throw a change? Do you have like a knuckleball? Like when I come up to the plate and I'm facing Charlie Maddox, what am I going to? And I got 2 strikes and you need to get me out. What are you throwing me?
Definitely like a rise ball. So that's a mixture between a screwball and a rise ball.
Ah, mixture.
So
okay.
Yeah, it's like in between both of them.
Okay.
Because screwball's my best pitch, but I can throw it up where it like rises, so it goes in and up,
right?
Which is not an easy pitch to hit for people.
Yeah, for sure. So last thing, and we're visiting with Charlie Maddox. It's a Lockett Law high school report. Thank you to Lee Lockett for supporting the high school athletes around the area. How did you get into softball?
I definitely followed into my brother's footsteps for sure. Because I grew up, he plays baseball and he still plays baseball in college, and I just watched him do it, and I was like, you know what, I want to be just like him. And I started off as a catcher like he is, and then I ended up switching to pitching because I was too much of a diva for catching, for sure. And I did not like all the equipment and the heat and everything like that, so I just switched to being a pitcher and took off from there.
Well, congratulations on everything. It's awesome. Dartmouth is getting a good one. So go up there and you know what you're going to study?
I think I'm going to study finance.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good move.
Yes.
Good move. Charlie Maddox from Oakleaf High School has earned her, and good luck in the districts next week. Let's make some noise if we're Oakleaf, right?
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you. Yeah.
All right, kid. Have a great day.
Thank you.
All right, there she goes, Charlie Maddox. Joining us on the program. That's the Lockett Law High School Report as we wrap up with Lee Lockett. Has been with us all year, and we are able to feature a lot of the high school athletes in the area, and we appreciate that and appreciate Lee. Know before you blow. The boys want to know if there's any remnants from last night still in your system after what you talked about.
I stand on that, man.
He is willing to trade a number one, this year's number one, next year's number one, next year's number two.
I didn't say no.
That's what you said.
No, I said this year's one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, next year's one. I said this year's one, next year's one, and next year's two. Yes, I did. Yes.
The ESPN people were suggesting Trayvon Walker as well. I think he drew the line on that one, but he is willing to part with just about everything else if you want it, just to get Travis Hunter. So. I'm not willing to do that. If I'm going to take Ashton Genty, I'll be just fine with that. So we'll see. But yeah.
But no remnants of last night, no.
No remnants?
Nope.
Okay. Just making sure. The Broncos have fielded calls in recent days from teams potentially moving up to Denver's number 20 selection. The Broncos do hold the spot in front of Pittsburgh's 21. You tend to think Pittsburgh's going to take, well, you think Shador's going before 21.
Yeah, I believe so.
Next year's quarterbacks are, and again, it's early, so some will, right? But you know Arch Manning, well, you don't know, because he could stay.
Yeah, he could.
Like his uncle did. But there are a lot of quarterbacks. Arch Manning, Drew Aller, Lenoris Sellers from South Carolina, Garrett Nussmeier, Cade Klubnik, Sam Levitt, Carson Beck, Dante Moore, Malachi Nelson. I'm not sold on all those guys, by the way. Who would you, to me, like Orlovsky's put Nico in there, who hasn't shown me much. He's put, Dante Moore and Malachi Nelson, and we really haven't seen. Drew Aller, I'm not sold on. Lenoris Sellers is a big kid who can throw. Like, Lenoris Sellers is probably like this year's DJ Lagway. Like, next year they'll be talking about DJ Lagway. Cade Klubnik was pretty good last year, so Mateer at Oklahoma will put up some numbers. Levitt was good at Arizona State, but not all those guys are going to be great players, do you think? I don't think so.
Of course not.
Yeah, I don't think so. And then if Arch Manning decides, look, I want to be the starter at Texas for 2 years. I mean, again, this is one of the things that we talked about recently. Here's Quinn Ewers, who's fallen on, like we see him 4th, 5th round, and everybody's telling me Arch Manning's the number 1 overall pick next year. And Sarkisian would not play Arch, which is kind of surprising to me. At least in my mind. So anyway, we're getting ready. We're getting ready for the draft. It's coming up tonight. Finally, it's here. It's upon us. And by the way, on the side note, Tyler Lockett signed with the Titans.
Yeah.
1 year, $4 million. By the way,
that don't bother me either.
He was good, man, back in the day. What
he was, yeah.
Yeah, he was good back in the day. I don't know that he's like that anymore. So, anyway, let's take a break. It's 8:16. We're rocking and rolling here. We got more draft talk throughout the morning. It's finally here, Draft Day 2025. Lambeau Field in Green Bay tonight. When will the Jacksonville and the Jaguars get to host a draft? Probably when the new stadium comes. This is The Drill on 1010XL.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. There's something special about radio play-by-play. Always has been. In Jacksonville, your place for play-by-play is 1010XL.
Are you ready to step up to luxury?
Check out the power of our exciting 2025 lineup, including the Lyric, IQ, Optique, and the stunning Vistique.
With over 15 electric Cadillacs in stock and more on the way, it's the perfect time to trade in your Tesla and embrace luxury with a twist.
At Randy Marion, there are no tariffs. So visit Randy Marion Cadillac on Southside Boulevard, Jacksonville, and see why our electric lineup turns heads.
Don't miss out. Drive Cadillac, electric or gas. We have both. Plus tax tag title $9.99 admin fee and resist all on approved credit.
Big Chief Tire offers affordable quality tires for every type of vehicle. Frank Frangie here. Whether you're looking for all-season tires, high-performance options, or something more budget-friendly, Big Chief has the perfect set to keep you rolling. Their expert technicians ensure your tires are installed quickly and safely so you can drive with confidence. Visit WeKeepJacksRollin.com or call 904-932-0950 to schedule your appointment and check out their unbeatable tire deals today. Big Chief Tire keeps Jacks rolling.
It's here. Beard's Diamond's first ever massive sale on all diamond stud earrings and all tennis bracelets. Now through Sunday at 4 p.m. Save 20%, 30%, even 40%. Beautiful diamond stud earrings and gorgeous diamond tennis bracelets. Perfect for any occasion. Take advantage of huge markdowns. Best prices ever. Corporate-owned big box stores could never offer this extreme value, but locally owned Beards can. And it's happening now through Sunday. Up to 40% off. Beard's Diamonds, St. John's Town Center. Shop local. Shop Beards.
Okay, for this Cannons of Jacksonville commercial, we need an idea to really come out with a bang.
Like having a guy shot out of a cannon.
Nah, too messy. In fact, Cannons is known for all your towing needs.
So like my car won't start.
No. Towing products. Cannons does custom welding fabrication and installation of trailer hitches, goosenecks, tow bars, truck racks.
So you might say Cannons is my best shot at finding that inventory in stock?
Boom. You said it.
Visit cannonsofjacks.com.
The Frangie Show will recap the Jags draft picks live at Mr. Chubby's Wings Friday from 4 to 6. Join us for 2-for-1 pints and pitchers or $3 wines and wells. This Friday at Mr. Chubby's in Ponte Vedra.
Prosser here for Lloyd's Heating and Air. We live in Florida. Seasons change between noon and midnight. Got to make sure you're comfy, and you can do it with the leader for commercial, retail, multifamily, or hospitality projects. That's Lloyd's Heating and Air. Top-tier residential service, you bet. No gimmicks, no mascots, just real expertise and hard work. As your trusted statewide mechanical partner and local family-owned team, Lloyd's, the only name Northeast Florida needs. Visit Lloyd'sHeatingandAir.com. Lloyd's Heating and Air, keeping you comfortable in every season.
E to the T here, and Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here it's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find the scratch kitchen that comes through in the clutch every day, from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar. Come on, somebody.
Everyone seems to be in a time crunch these days. Well, don't forget you can always count on the cold case at Daly's. Always convenient, always cold. Whether it's the king of beers, Natty Light, Stella, or Cigar City, or Goose Island, or Bud Light Seltzer, dash into Daly's and grab one to go.
Okay, sports fans, Hicken here. Let's talk skin. I and Beaches Dermatology are reminding you all to wear your sunscreen. Spring is here, and that means more time outside. Grabbing the clubs for your tea time? Bring the screen. Heading out on the boat? Bring the screen. Headed to the beach? Definitely bring the sunscreen. All in all, make sure sunscreen is included in your outdoor activities. If you have any concerns now, give Beaches Dermatology a call. I've been seeing them for years, and my skin thanks me for it. Call today online at beachesdermatology.com.
You'll always feel good when you send someone a Kuhn Flowers floral or plant arrangement. This is JJ with 1010XL, and no matter what the reason, Kuhn Flowers has always come through for me. Order online at kuhnflowers.com.
If you're heading to the Og or you're already part of the nation's oldest, don't forget to drop into Sunset Grill. For over 30 years, serving up great chowder, seafood, wings, and cold beer. Sunset Grill, somewhere on A1A, St. Augustine Beach.
Right now, they're on their way to disrupt your life, make you uncomfortable, and rob you. Don't bother calling the police. They can't help. That's right. Summer heat and humidity are about to attack North Florida again. You know what to do. Call Mike Merritt. Mike Merritt's Heating and Air has a license to chill. When heat and humidity are attacking you, Mike Merritt provides a comfortable chill at a bargain price. Mike has been keeping North Florida comfortable for 30 years. Mike Merritt technicians are never paid commissions, meaning you'll never be pressured to buy something you don't need. And Mike Merritt knows cooling issues can arise anytime. They don't just happen during business hours. So Mike Merritt never charges overtime fees. When you need us, we're here for you. Remember, in the fight against heat and humidity, Mike Merritt has a license to chill. Visit merrittair.com. Florida license number CACO 50384.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. This is your Duval Minute. Brought to you by Lift Power, your turnkey solution for all warehouse needs.
All right, our Jacksonville Jaguars have selected 254 players in the NFL draft. The first one was a Hall of Famer. The next 253 didn't quite make it. 132 defensive players, 115 offensive players, 7 special teams players, right? 4 punters, 3 kickers, by the way. 35 offensive linemen, 1 Pro Bowler. 46 defensive linemen, and 20 running backs. Will it be 21 with the first pick? Time will tell. And that's your pre-draft Duval Minute, brought to you by our friends at Lift Power. Man, Lift Power, they'll draft great ones. They hit home runs all the time. Why? Because, man, oh, man, Lift Power takes great care of you. If you're an experienced lift truck and dock and door technician in the Jacksonville area, or if you're just looking for a career change, check out the benefits at Lift Power. 401k, company vehicle, paid training, sign-on bonus. Man, the offer's too good to pass up. Year in and year out, Lift Power is voted one of the best places in Jacksonville to work. It's rapidly growing, proudly served the Jacksonville area for more than 50 years. Family-owned and operated, screams stability. Here's, listen, we'll take you up to the water. You got to go drink it. You want information? LiftPower.com. That's LiftPower.com. Oh, I like it. You got to let it breathe.
Let it breathe in.
Let it breathe, baby. That's right.
You know what this song made me think of?
What's that?
Varsity Blues.
Oh. All right.
One of my favorite movies.
I like that.
Tweeter. Mox. Billy Bob.
Yeah, I want to talk about, we'll get back to draft talk in just a second. I saw this yesterday, and I wanted to kind of, it sort of bothered me. And I guess this Denzel Aberdeen's dad, another dad, by the way. Man.
Those influential guys.
Yeah. You know, but another dad discussing his son's decision to transfer to Kentucky. The move was primarily driven, according to Dad, by his desire to show what he can do at a different school. He really hasn't shown what he can do. You could see spurts of it at Florida and even previously, but he wants a coach who believes in him. Now, let me ask you something. Denzel Aberdeen was on the floor at the end of the national championship game.
That's enough said. Enough said.
Do I have to go further?
Enough said.
I mean, Do I have to go any further? God, what is wrong with people?
He's on the floor.
Just say we wanted the bank.
That's all you got to say.
We took the bank.
To say that he wants to go play for a coach that believes in him.
It would be so much more refreshing. First off, if dad didn't get involved, but the son said, but dads are dads. And he said, hey, listen, Kentucky offered $2 million. Florida was offering $1 million.
There you go.
What should we do? I don't know if my kid can play in the NBA. That's a million more dollars. I'd take the money.
Yep. We got our national championship.
We won our national championship.
Yeah.
Although we didn't get that ring yet. Oh my gosh. So I mean, I don't know, man. It's about the green, not the blue, right? I mean, and again, I know Aberdeen. By the way, do you think Todd Golden should not have played Walter Clayton Jr.? Or Elijah Martin?
Right.
Or Will Richard, who had 18 points and 8 rebounds in that national championship? Should he have sat one of those guys or put Aberdeen in front of one of those guys? The answer is no. He had him slotted correctly. And he found him minutes. And when Martin got hurt, he started Aberdeen. But again, it's so ludicrous for him to say that, and a little bit gutless. I have no problem with parents defending their kids. But just say, hell yeah, man, $2 million versus $1 million. And we already won. So, yeah, I hate leaving Florida, but you know what? We went to Florida and said, okay, if you can give us $2 million, we'll stay.
Man, they're just throwing money around, man.
Oh, it's crazy. So I don't fault. It's the system I fault. The system. But don't lie. We'll play for a coach who believes in him. You think this guy at Kentucky's going to believe in him when he's sitting on the bench? You know, you remember Riley Kugel? He started for Florida and blah, blah, blah. He left. He went to Kansas, Mississippi State. Now he's in the portal again. It is what it is, man. Golden has a knack for recruiting well and picking out the right guys. You got to trust him. You win a national championship, just do whatever you want, Todd. I mean, you got it. I'm sorry. You can't. Anyway, it's just frustrating. This is what Todd Golden said about Denzel Aberdeen before the Sweet 16, I think. He's amazing. He's what everyone would hope college athletics could still be in the sense of coming to Florida. When I got the job, me and Jonathan Sapphire drove down to Orlando to meet with him and his family. We were kind of prepared to sell our vision and talk about what we want to do. And he's like, no, I'm good. I'm coming to Florida. I want to be there. And I'm like, hell yeah, this is our kind of guy. Tough freshman year, didn't play a lot. SEC is one of the best leagues in America. Instead of pouting and blaming everyone else, he said, I'll stick with it. Came back last year, same deal. Didn't really play a lot early and was kind of stuck behind some guys, but kept working. Very consistent approach to practice, got better and better. Guys are going like, man, this guy is really playing well on second unit, earned himself a role down the stretch, played fantastic for us in the SEC tournament, played well in the NCAA tournament. It gave us confidence that going into this year, he could be a consistent part of the rotation on a team that we thought could be really good. Now he's earned a starting role for us next year in our program as these three seniors move on. So a great story, but more about him and his toughness and confidence and belief in himself to stay the course. Right? Does that sound like a coach that doesn't believe in him? No. He took the money. Don't say I just don't like lies. Just don't lie. Speak the truth, man. Speak the truth. That's what I say. Anyway, back to draft night notes. 8:45 tonight. Will the commissioner, Roger Goodell, walk to the podium and say, we have a trade? E, what say you? We have a trade.
Yes.
Yes, you think they're going to trade. Now, by the way, if he does it at 8:45, it's too late to get Travis Hunter because he's already been taken.
That is correct.
And I'll breathe a sigh of relief. You'll be like upset, but
I will be.
You'll be by yourself in the upset tree. We'll all be happy that that maybe we're going to get a guy that we need to get. Be it whomever. It just looks like they're going offense, by the way, with 5. Would it be a total shocker for you if they draft the receiver from Arizona at number 5?
Total shocker.
It would be for me, too. It would be for me, too. Because I think you can trade back and still get him. And if that's the guy they want, then trade back and grab another pick. Right? If you're going to pick McMillan, then trade to 10 with the Bears, let them have Genty, get something for that, and move on. If you're going to take Genty, then take him. Obviously, you're going to have to take him at 5. But trade up or down is the part of our Dream Finders poll question. Over 500 votes, by the way. Trade up or down, leading, draft Genty is what will the Jags do tonight? Only 11.6 think they're going to draft Mason Graham. Isn't that amazing? Again, They have never said anything negative about Mason Graham. Others have in terms of the Jags and their, reports are the Jags have cooled on Mason Graham, And listen, again, we get all this information from all the NFL scouts and all the NFL people who talk to the NFL teams, and then one team will tell you what the other team is thinking, what they hear. And then you put the pieces together. And anyway, so I believe it's true. It's just interesting to me. If they drafted Jalen Walker at 5, would that be a shocker?
Yes.
I think so, too. At this point, it would, right?
Absolutely.
At this point, it would be a shocker. Really, if they don't trade back, if they don't draft Genty, it's almost to the point where if they drafted Mason Graham, I'd be surprised. It's almost to that point. So that tells me it's time for the draft. Tells me, all right, enough. It's time. It's time for the draft to happen. It's time to get this thing going. I'm looking at I don't know if I want to read this. Stand by. Maybe I'm not gonna be able to. It's not coming up. Anyway, let's do this. Let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll keep it rolling right here. It's Draft Day, Thursday, 2025 on the Drill and on 1010XL, 92.5 FM all day long.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Home of 2 naval air stations and 1 sports radio station called 1010XL. This is Jacksonville.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Gang, it's one of life's most important decisions. If you're 18 years or older, you just got married, you just got divorced, you have children, you likely want to take care of your family. Of course you do. That's why I'm here to tell you about Matt Hinson and the Hinson Law Firm. I'm not the attorney, Matty is, but we both want to know, have you done your last will? Man, Dan, I don't know why you bring that up. That's depressing. No, it's not. Something you got to take care of, something you want to do because you work hard for your money. You want to get the money to the people that you choose. Planning also helps minimize income, gift, and estate taxes as well. Right? You want to have as much money as you can for your loved ones. Matt Hinson will listen. He'll help you with your decisions. He'll provide you info needed so you're at ease with your choice. It's the Hinson Law Firm. Real easy to get a hold of Matty. 527-1700, 904-527-1700. Office is Jacksonville, Florida. Gang, don't let the state decide your fate.
If you suffer from constant burning, tingling, or numbness in your hands or feet, it could be a serious condition called neuropathy. I'm Dr. Nathan Riddle, DC with Riddle Wellness in Ponte Vedra. Neuropathy is treatable, and we have seen great results by using state-of-the-art, non-invasive therapies to target damaged nerves, reduce symptoms, and improve nerve function. Call 904-395-5598 to schedule your free consultation today and learn how you can live pain-free. Call 904-395-5598.
Hey, I've got that craving again. How about some Mr. Chubby's wings?
Have you had the Chubby style wings? Grilled to perfection with Chubby's secret seasoning.
You know I have. They are so delicious. I swear you can't find anywhere in town with better wings and better prices on drinks.
So many different specials each night, too. Well, I'm ready to chub it up again.
Me too.
See all their specials at MrChubby'sWings.com. Locations on Fleming Island, the West Side, and now Ponte Vedra Beach. Mr. Chubby's Wings. Before the game, after the game, and during the game.
So, you finally have some time to yourself. Even if it is just the car ride home, it's you time. And look at you. Do not disturb set before you even got in the car? Impressive. You've earned this moment to just chill and drive. This break is brought to you by Target Zero and the Florida Department of Transportation.
This date in sports history is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On April 24, 2004, at the NFL Draft, the San Diego Chargers selected Ole Miss quarterback Eli Manning as the first overall pick. He was later traded to the New York Giants.
Hello, First Coast. I'm sure by now you have seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We're an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We're committed to customer service, reliability, and have an unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today from GFL, Green for Life.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the trumpet call heard round the world. Experience the thrill of the Kentucky Derby at Best Bet. Saturday, May 3rd, witness the most exciting 2 minutes in sports and dive into the action with live wagering. This could be your lucky day. Mark your calendars and join us at Best Bet Jacksonville, Orange Park, or St. Augustine on May 3rd for the Kentucky Derby. Visit bestbetjacks.com for more details. That's bestbetjacks.com.
Hi, I'm Sean Monahan from Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach. Since 1977, we've been Jacksonville's local family jeweler with a beautiful selection of fine jewelry and certified diamonds. But we're also Jacksonville's leading buyer of gold and silver and diamonds from the public. Gold has recently hit an all-time high at almost $3,000 per ounce. Pay bills, buy something fun. Now is the time to sell your gold for cash and get top dollar or trade it in for a new piece and get even more value at Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach.
Bueller, stay cooler with Bueller.
Hey man, what's that noise?
Do you hear it too? You can hear it, right?
Yeah, it's your air conditioner. It's like a grinding or a rattling.
And it's getting on your nerves, right? Like it's eating at your brain and you can't think straight? But it just keeps grinding and squeaking and taunting and nagging. You're not good enough. You're a failure. Why can't you be more like your sister, the lawyer?
Yeah, I don't hear that last part so much.
Yeah, but it's not cool, right, Jason?
It could definitely be cooler. At Bueller Air and Plumbing, we can totally repair whatever that noise is and get your AC working smoothly and silently. We fix these things all the time.
So I won't be a failure?
Life should be enjoyed. If some irritating, broken air conditioner is making you crazy, you could miss it.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, if you could only listen in during the breaks.
Oh, yeah.
That would have been a good one.
That would have been a good one.
And that wasn't even a go crazy thing or anything. I got great news, though.
What'd you get?
My computer's on the fritz.
Oh.
Let me ask you something, me.
Talk to me. Oh, okay.
If you could get any player in this draft, who do you want?
I mean, you already know.
Hunter.
Travis Hunter.
Hunter. All right. Let's take him out because he won't be there. And
okay.
Let's say you're not going to trade up to get there.
Okay. There's another one that won't be there that I want.
Who's that?
Abdul Carter.
Well, dadgummit, man, we picked fifth.
I know. You said any.
All right. All right. We're not responding. We got a lot of needs.
We do.
We got a lot of needs. And so in this respect, this is what gets me excited about tonight. First off, I think we got the right guys leading the charge, right? I mean, we in terms of, or at least they're new guys, so they get the benefit of the doubt. The second and most important thing to me is that they have recognized that the draft is the lifeblood of the franchise. That they showed us that during free agency, right? They are committed to building this franchise up through the draft, which is the right way to do it. And quite frankly, the only way to do it. So I love that. Thirdly, they have set up their board in the respect, not their draft board, but they have set up their roster with maneuverability because they filled in a lot of different spots during free agency but didn't break the bank. So now they're not, we have to take this position. You know, look, there's some needs. They know they got to get this. They know they got to get that, you know, those types of things. But they don't have, they have maneuverability. That is all positive. So now, as opposed to years past, it comes down to this. We just have to draft the right guys. Now, that's every year. Will we draft the right guys? I have no idea. But the guys who are in charge seem like they have a good track record at this. And so it's exciting. It's got to be exciting for them as they roll in, too. It's got to be exciting for them to know that, you know, they have can put their mark on this franchise. And we talked about the first one. This is the first one, the first pick for them.
Yeah.
Right? So it's a big pick, man. This is the one that stays with you forever, right? First guy that the James Gladstone took for the Jacksonville Jaguars was so-and-so, right? And then if we start thinking about it, you know, logically and thinking, okay, well, what do we need? And again, I think we're at this point, like, for me, you know me, I'm not afraid to state my opinion. For me, and I also tell you that they know more football than we know, right? But you can make an argument for a bunch of these guys. So it will be interesting. It will be interesting. I can't wait. I can't wait to see it happen. I can't wait for it to come. I'm looking forward to it. And all the final mocks are out, E.
All of them are out.
And the overwhelming guy is Genty for the Jags. What do you think?
Yeah.
Now, again, where did all this come from?
Yeah, where did it come from, man?
Well, what I think is it comes from, now again, can the Jags trade back? There are teams that covet Ashton Genty. I think we know that, right? So I think they'll have maneuverability or the ability if they want to trade back, I think. But you got to have a trading partner. It's always easy to say trade back. You got to have somebody who wants to come up. And you have somebody willing to give. Now, a lot of people point to the Bears because they have the 41st pick. Would you take 10, 36, and 41 over 5 and 36?
Yeah, I would.
In other words, the Bears throw in 41 and something else. I don't know what else. Would you take that?
Most definitely.
It's a question you got to ask yourself, right? Question you got to ask yourself. So, away we go. Away we go. And then you start playing the pair combinations, which I also like to do that. You know what I'm talking about? Like, in other words, Ashton Genty and Kenneth Grant.
Okay, the combos.
The combos. There's one guy who says the Chicago Bears will be trading picks 10, 72, and a 2026 first rounder to the Jags for the 5th pick overall and a 2026 4th rounder. I'd do that right now. Would you do that?
Yep.
Again, listen, this is just somebody. This is some Chicago guy. The Bears will be trading picks 10, 72, and a 2026 first rounder to Jacksonville. So you're getting the 10th pick overall.
Yeah.
For the 5th pick overall and a 2026 4th rounder. Sold.
Yeah.
Sold. I mean, yeah. 100%. I'd do that in a second. So that would be a huge win. Huge win.
Yeah, I'd do it too.
I have I'm looking at the I don't know if this is right. Oh, the world's highest earning athletes. Well, yeah, but these are retired guys and such. Michael Jordan still $4.15 billion.
Billy.
Yeah. Tiger Woods $2.8 billion. LeBron James is 4th. Ronaldo and Messi are up there. So some people still making a lot of money from their time playing. Fun times tonight. It'd be interesting to see what the Jacksonville Jaguars do. We'll grab a break right now. We'll come back. We'll get nasty. It's the 9 o'clock hour, man. We got to let it fly, E.
I love to let it fly.
Yeah.
There used to be a 707 football tournament back in the day. Let it fly. Oh, no, that was air it out. Maybe it was let it fly. But, yeah, let's get nasty.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
Sports entertainment for the First Coast.
Is this not why you are here?
This is Jack Sports Radio, 1010XL.
Frank Frangie here. Nimnik has the largest selection of GMC's impressive SUV lineup and the all-new redesigned GMC Acadia and the highly sought-after Yukon and Yukon XL. Save big with the all-new GMC Hummer EV SUV and truck, plus the all-new GMC Sierra EV. Ask how to get an instant $7,500 tax credit on EV models and financing as low as 0%. Visit the showroom off Phillips Highway. GMC, we are professional grade.
1010XL's draft previews are brought to you by Big Brothers Big Sisters of Northeast Florida. Be a big.
If Liam Cohen is looking to replicate what he had in Tampa Bay with a pair of talented receivers, the 6'4" Ted McMillan would be amazing to pair with Brian Thomas Jr. McMillan is a possession receiver with the size and ball skills to create big wins deep. He also has a knack for adjusting his routes and working back on throws, which would certainly make Trevor Lawrence's job a whole lot easier.
Hey, imagine having a doctor available to you any day, anytime. That's my doctor, Rick Townsend, right? Doc T. He said, Hick, I'm going into concierge medicine. I said, okay, what's that? He said, like, if you're not feeling well, you come see me right away, and we'll see what's going on. I said, oh, I like that. He said, because sometimes, you know, when you're sick, you can't get to see, we can get you in next week. Well, you need an appointment. So medical emergency, here's Doc T's personal phone number. He'll get right back to you. 7 days a week, 24/7. Sort of like being a member of an exclusive golf club. At the cost of surprise, you can get all your answers at mypvconcierge.com, including the pricing. Very transparent, right? And Doc T is one of the best doctors. I can vouch for him. I've been going to him for years, right? So, Wake Forest graduate, Navy trained. So whether it's yearly physicals, office or virtual visits, cancer screenings, referrals to specialists, hospital follow-ups, in other words, he does everything. MyPVConcierge.com has all your answers. MyPVConcierge.com.
Hey, Jacksonville, I'm sure by now you've seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We are an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We are committed to customer service, reliability, and have unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today. GFL, green for life.
Cool Cats Heating and Cooling, the coolest cats in town, setting the standard in our hometown. Quality service, the best around. Coolidge is the cat that cares about your heating and about your air. Cool Cats Heating and Cooling, the coolest cats in town.
The flagship station of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
The restaurant of the day is the Great Greek Mediterranean Grill. Get a Greek Feast family combo meal tray with chicken skewers, gyro meat, gomades, and more. Feed 4 to 6 people for just $49.95. Feed 8 to 10 for just $99.95. The Great Greek Mediterranean Grill.
I'm here with Danny Van Sickle, Director of the Electrical Training Alliance. Danny, tell me about your program.
Hey, Rick, we're a 4-year electrical apprenticeship. Our students start out making over $40,000 a year and right now make over $90,000 a year, including benefits. There is no tuition or student debt. You just have to apply and get accepted.
Did you say no tuition and no student debt?
You heard that right, Rick. Once you're accepted to the program, your only cost for the books and the course fees. About $800 a year.
That sounds like an amazing opportunity. How can I learn more?
Just go to etajax.org and you can apply there.
Apply by May 15th.
Hello, I'm attorney Malcolm Anthony. Being charged with domestic violence can turn your life upside down. If you're in trouble, call me Malcolm Anthony at 285-4LAW. That's 285-4LAW.
Free Comic Book Day. Hey, I'm Ben Kay, owner of Gotham City Limit, your local comic shop, inviting you to the Community Party of the Year, Saturday, May 3rd. Free comics, free food, huge discounts, and more. Let's take Free Comic Book Day to the limit. Gotham City Limit.
An ACL tear can be a devastating injury with prolonged pain and rehabilitation. Hi, I'm Dr. George Bari. I'm a sports medicine orthopedic surgeon who grew up right here in Jacksonville and then went on to train with the world-renowned Dr. James Andrews. At Bari Orthopedics, we use the most current techniques to get you back on the field with less pain and quicker rehabilitation. We treat all types of sports injuries with the newest techniques available. Please call us for consultation or visit BariOrthopedics.com.
Find out more at BariOrthopedics.com. That's BAHRI Orthopedics.com.
Welcome back, everybody. Okay, I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 10. Charles.
6.
Oh, so close. Betty for the steal.
What about the bank that helps you reach your financial goals? Synovus.
Let's see, judges. Yes, looks like we have a winner.
That's a number?
Sorry, Charlie. Remember, a solid financial future doesn't happen by chance. Talk with Synovus about your potential today. Brought to you by Synovus Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. The number was 4.
When you hear Florida Gators baseball on 1010XL, it's brought to you by Renewal by Anderson, the official window and door replacement partner of the Florida Gators, and Farah & Farah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars.
This is Molly McDonald with your 1010XL Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update brought to you by Kuhn Flowers. It's officially draft day with the NFL draft taking place in Green Bay tonight, and the anticipation grows as to who the Jacksonville Jaguars will select. 1010XL has you covered all day with the 1010XL draft show starting at 4, followed by the Jaguars draft show starting at 7. Stay tuned in for all your draft updates. The Orlando Magic continue in the NBA playoffs, falling to the Boston Celtics in Game 2 of their first-round playoff series, 109-100 last night, trailing now 0-2 in the series. Orlando's head coach Jamal Mosley spoke post-game, stressing the importance of needing to take control of the glass.
Offensive rebounds, for long shots equal long rebounds. Again, they got up 37 threes, and I think 4 or 5 of those were coming off of the offensive rebound. So our ability to finish out possessions, knowing those shots are coming off long, we've got to do a better job there.
It's 73 degrees at 8:56. Time and temp brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. It's time. Now, it's time for the 9 o'clock nasty on the drill. We're wasting time. Here are Jeff Prosser, Dan Hicken, and E.T.
All right, welcome back. Draft Day 2025. Going to be along with you guys hanging out here on Thursday, PFR, on Draft Day. Listen. We're big on the Jags got to get better on defense, right? Obviously, we understand that. But also, when we talk about offense, our offense was not very good last year. How many points a game did we average last year, E?
I'd say about...
Detroit led the league with 33.2 points per game. Buffalo scored 30.9 points per game. Baltimore, 30.5. Tampa Bay, 29.5. Washington, 28.5. Cincinnati, 27.8. Philadelphia, 27.2. And what do all these teams have in common, by the way? Playoffs.
Mm-hmm. Playoffs?
Detroit, Buffalo, Baltimore, Tampa, Washington, Cincinnati. Well, Cincinnati didn't make it. Philadelphia, Green Bay, Minnesota, Denver. Playoff teams. What did the Jags average?
I want to say it was like 17.
Yeah, 18.8.
Yeah.
26th in the league. The bad offenses. Cleveland, the Giants, the Patriots, the Raiders. Those are, sorry, Junie Bug, the suck teams. We were one of the suck teams last year. 18.8. That sucks. So, when you start talking about playmakers, offensive linemen, et cetera, then maybe that's one reason why you start to think about the offense a little bit. Is this the naval destroyer himself? The legendary former Jaguar great center, Mr. David Weidel, on the phone?
Good morning, Daniel.
Hello, David Weidel. How are you, sir?
Well, I'm doing great, and I'm going to be doing even better tonight if Baselli puts the last piece of the puzzle in on the offense tonight at the 5th overall pick.
Oh, that's your guy. Tell me the piece.
Well, this is what I think. This is what I see.
Mm-hmm.
I think the final piece of the puzzle offensively, so that we can give Trevor Lawrence an opportunity to find out, to tell us whether he's our guy or not, is to have a run game. And Baselli's put his thumbprint on this. There's no doubt in my mind. Talked to Tony, and he said we have to upgrade the offensive line. We have to win in the trenches. But you and I both know, I played on the Dallas Cowboys line pre-Emmitt Smith.
Yes.
With Nate Newton, Mark Tuinei, Kevin Gogan, and others.
Yes.
All those guys sucked until Emmitt Smith got there. I played in Denver with Gary Zimmerman, Kenny Lanier, and other guys, and we all sucked. And they told us we couldn't run block until Terrell Davis got there. And let me just remind you of past history with the Jaguars. In 1997,
yes, sir.
The team was 18th overall in rushing with a future Hall of Famer, Leon Searcy, and others. And when did they become a top 5 run team? When Fred Taylor got in the door. So I think Genty has to be the pick. I'm going to be disappointed if we don't fix the running game, and the last piece of fixing the running game is having a stellar running back. What do you think?
Well, I think that is one of the most compelling arguments in a simple and makes sense manner that I've heard And I think it's outstanding on your part. I mean, it's a great point. And I would ask you this question.
Sure. And remember, here, let me before we make that statement. In '97, we had some pretty good running backs.
Yeah.
I believe Natron Means and Jonathan Stewart were the equivalent or better than what we have on the roster right now with ETN and Tank Bigsby.
Right.
Bigsby?
Yeah.
Yeah, those two were better than those
James
two.
Stewart and they were good football players. I would say this. I've been wondering this, and I'm wondering about a little bit about the coaching and the offense and the play calling, and then I'm going to bring up the running backs. They're fine. And you would know this better than I don't know these X's and O's things, but there has been some talk that sometimes our running backs don't take the right route. Don't take the right hole. Don't go, not all the time, but that can contribute to your ground game not being better. By the way, we averaged 4.2 yards a carry last year, which was middle of the NFL. So if Genty is as good as everybody says, wow, that does seem like a no-brainer.
I want him to come home, talk to his mom. He'd love to come home. We'll see what happens here. And remember, his dad's a Navy guy.
Yeah.
And the naval destroyer is fully behind Ashton Genty and his family.
Couldn't be better said. Thank you, Dave. It's great to hear from you, my friend.
All right, Dan. Best of luck to our boy Baselli tonight.
That's right.
He's pulling the strings. Well, you know it, and I know it.
Stay on him. All right, there you go. Dave never pulls punches, man. He tells it like it is. Appreciate that.
Good phone call there.
Great phone call. And that was compelling, right?
Oh, yeah. He made a good argument.
Yeah. And that's the kind of argument that you can get, and it makes sense, too, right? It's logical. Yeah. Sometimes we overthink. Don't overthink.
All those boys was trash before Emmett got there.
By the way, you heard the guys he named, right?
Big
Newton,
dogs, yeah.
2-A. I mean, really good. I mean, the Cowboys had a hell of an offensive line.
Guys who often get credit for how good the run game was the O-line.
Yeah. Yeah. Same in Denver. Good point. The final piece to the puzzle, he said. Who scored the most touchdowns for us last year, E?
Last year?
Yeah.
Was it BTJ?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many?
Did he have 10?
He had 10.
Yeah. Stop playing.
Who was second?
Second was Tank Bigsby?
Yes.
Yeah. Stop playing.
Yeah. 7. Yeah. We didn't score a lot of touchdowns, did we?
No.
Parker Washington had 4. And
one of them was a punt return.
Yes.
And one was, did he do a kick return also?
Yes.
Yeah, stop playing.
I'm getting I'm getting tech. He just sold me on Genty. Now everybody go to the text line, E. See what the boys are all like gung-ho. Get them. Yeah, I'm done. That was a good. Great argument. Best point I've heard. Oh, 904, coach. Running backs overcoming a bad offensive lineman is much harder in the NFL. Well, Whitell for president. Get Whitell on more often. I love this guy. Our O-line is good. We just need a running back that can run. Hick to open Friday morning drill. Can I make a request? Can you bust out with a cover of Don't Stop Believing? I think we'll have all that never say die feeling after our first round pick. I like these. The boys are
locked in.
Yeah. Boys are ready.
They're optimistic today.
Yeah.
Other than my Travis Hunter take.
Oh, the Travis Hunter take you got to kind of annihilate it on.
But some of them agree with me.
Yeah. You know what the meme is? They love one of the there's so many great draft memes.
Yeah.
Through the years.
Okay.
One of the great ones.
Tony Khan with the brace around.
That's a good one. This isn't Jacksonville related. This is where are they now? I'd like to know. This poor. I hope she's happy.
Okay.
Russell Wilson's then wife.
Oh yeah.
Draft night.
Gets
drafted. She goes crazy. She's all happy.
Now he's courtside at the next game.
Couple divorced 2 years later.
She's in Wisconsin.
Right after Wilson signed a record-breaking $87 million extension. Oof. I hope she got some money.
I don't.
I hope she did. Damn, Russ. Now he's sitting there with his 5 kids and Ciara.
Huh?
Oof. Oh. Crazy. That's a great one though. Especially her facial reaction when he got picked. When he got picked.
CeeDee Lamb was another one. That was a good one.
The Gators got another transfer basketball player. It is Ohio University transfer guard A.J. Brown has committed to Florida. That's one of their players, Isaiah Brown's brother, A.J. Brown, who will take the place of Denzel Aberdeen. He shot the ball better than Aberdeen, so we'll see. Again, who knows? But Ohio University transfer guard A.J. Brown is committed to Florida following his official visit. His agent tells Swamp 247. So, anyway, a good get for Florida. They land A.J. Brown, which a lot of people kind of thought they would. Now everybody is saying, sounds like the Bears have a trade agreement in place in the NFL draft tonight. Sources say a tentative deal was hammered out yesterday afternoon. It's going to be a little wild. If the Bears are looking to trade, we think they're looking to trade up, right? If the Jaguars went receiver at 10, any chance they take the Texas kid?
Not Bond, the other guy.
Golden,
yeah.
Matthew Golden. Is there any chance of that happening?
No, I don't know.
Well, I do know. I think
educate me.
I think there could be a chance. They say he's, 58 for 987 last year. Got better every year. 38, 58, 9 touchdowns, 17 yards a catch. Matthew Golden now. And maybe he loves football. Bet he does. Just questions that need to be answered. We're going to get answers tonight. No, I'm not going to do that. Stop it. Oh, my goodness. All right, so a lot of Orlovsky thinks the Browns or Giants will draft Jackson Dart. Not early, obviously. He thinks they'll draft him, trade up, trade back to get him or whatever. So we'll see. Maybe they will. I don't know. It's, again, if we trade 5 to the Bears, we obviously know who the Bears are going to take. So then what would the Jags do at 10? Man, I would take that tight end over. Would you take the tight end over McMillan?
Yes.
I would too.
Those comments that McMillan just totally turned me off.
I can't let it go.
Me neither.
I can't let it go. So much as to say it's probably the one guy that I wouldn't draft. I may drop him. Todd McShay breaks down his concerns about Tet McMillan and why he has him ranked as the 50th overall prospect on his draft board. 50th overall prospect. Boy, he is. And we said this all morning long, how fascinating it is in terms of where this kid falls. As high as 5, as low as out of the first round. That's incredible when you think about it. As high as 5, as low as out of the first round. They are, man, today is the great day. Today we got everything flying. And I'm just reading things off of guys like, these are guys who cover teams. I'm told the Giants will likely trade back from pick 3 and select quarterback Jackson Dart within the top 10. Woo! E, what would you give to get up to number 3?
What would I give?
Yeah. What are you giving away? Because you got to move up to.
Right.
Yeah.
Other than the 5 pick, maybe the 3rd round.
Wow, that ain't getting you up there.
That ain't getting it?
No.
Is Travis Hunter there?
By the way, for those who don't know, Ted McMillan, and because, we're getting a lot of people on the text line saying, what did he say? What did he say? And again, we brought this up yesterday. We went over it. Ted McMillan, a couple years ago, said he doesn't love football. The question was, do you like football? No, not at all, was the comment. And then he went on to say that he doesn't really study film because they get enough film study in meetings. Doesn't work in the NFL, gang. And not intangibly rich. Not intangibly rich. Burning Brian, the legendary one, on the phone. Must be a big day. Hello, Brian.
What's going on, man?
What jersey are we buying tonight?
Well, I waited in a little while, and if they were going to hire me for the GM or the coaching job in the interview, I would have said to make Trevor Lawrence better, I'm going to build the offensive line, and I'm going to run the ball 80 to 90% of the time. That's how I'm like make Trevor better. So
okay,
tonight we're going Gentry.
Genty. Mm-hmm.
Genty. I always mispronounce it. If he's another Barry Sanders or one of those guys, and you look back over the years of all the good Super Bowls, the teams that have won the Super Bowl, they've always had good running backs. I mean, just last year, Saquon Barkley, Terrell Davis back early. I mean, there's just been always a good running game, you know?
Okay.
So, I mean, that's where we need to go. I mean, Mason Graham, I don't know. That pick just doesn't do a whole lot for me.
Okay. You're going to rock.
Other than that, I don't know if Cleveland's smart enough to take Travis Hunter. He might fall.
Mm-hmm.
He might fall to us as well. So, I mean.
No, Travis Hunter ain't falling, bro. I can tell you one thing. No questions asked. Travis Hunter ain't falling. He's viewed by.
Not making it to us, huh?
Yeah, he's viewed by many as the best player in the draft. So, and in fact, Brian, it's good to hear from you, man. Are you going to the party tonight?
No, I'll be at the house. Just
be at the house watching. Right.
Draft talk in Jacksonville comes every 6 months. So it's kind of like, we're not, this isn't a big, draft thing. You get excited, but it's like every 6 months we have draft talk.
That's
so
fair.
It's like,
That's fair. All right, my brother. Good to hear from you. Appreciate you. We'll have reaction tomorrow. Prisco's put out of what teams should do. And I get it to a point, but I got questions. And I get, this is what teams should do, not what they're going to do, what they should do. In other words, he says the best player of the draft, Travis Hunter, so Tennessee should take him. Okay? And I get that. That's fine. I understand that thought. But then he comes back with number 3 pick, and he's got the Giants taking Cam Ward. Why? Why there? If why would you take Cam Ward at 3 if you're not going to take him at 1? If you're Tennessee, if it's a difference of 2 spots, and I think Cam Ward can be a great quarterback. Again, with the quarterbacks, always ask this question: can I win a Super Bowl with this kid? If the answer is yes, then I'm good. He's got the Jags. They should take Ashton Genty. This goes against everything I believe in when it comes to drafting, but this kid is special, and there isn't a great pick here for the Jaguars in this spot. So take a dynamic back, even if it's only for the next 5 to 6 years. But he thinks the Patriots take Josh Simmons, who's coming off a knee injury. He's special. He's athletic. He can move, and he thinks he's the best offensive lineman in the draft. And then Mason Graham falls all the way to number 7, so not that far if you don't take him. But it's clear to me, the more you think logically, the more you look at intel and such, it's clear to me. Don't you think the Jags are going to take an offensive player? I do. E, do you?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, seems like they're going to take an offensive guy.
Like all arrows point towards an offensive guy.
Yeah. We'll see. All right, let's do this. Let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll keep it rolling. This is The Drill. It's Draft Day, 1010XL, 92.5 FM.
The Drill. From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. Get more horsepower under the hood.
Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing drivers!
race this Sunday at Talladega. NASCAR is tuned up by Maxie's Mechanics on Jacksonville's NASCAR station, 1010XL.
MOV, ING, Southside Kia is moving. Our moving sale is on right now. Help us clear new Kias out. Our current selection's got 200 plus Kias on the lot. Hurry to save big with us. New rides starting at just $20,000 bucks. Plus, bring your tax refund today. We'll double it up to $5K. MOV, ING, get to Southside Kia this spring. Online at SouthsideKiaJacks.com. Get your next ride at Southside. For complete details, call 904-325-9208.
Get a healthy start in 2025. The Florida Department of Health in Duval County is here to encourage you to get healthy and stay healthy this year. They have a dedicated team who are committed to providing quality care. The goal is to protect, promote, and improve the health of you and your family. Visit duval.floridahealth.gov to learn more about their health programs and services. That's duval.floridahealth.gov.
Hey, beat the spring cleaning rush with big savings and priority booking by calling our heroes at Zero Res, the cleaning freaks, man. I've had Zero Res come out to my house numerous times, and they are terrific. They make the house look better, smell better, feel better. And don't forget about your air ducts. They're the lungs of your home. If they're dirty, your indoor air quality suffers. This month, get Zero Resified from Jacksonville's #1 carpet cleaner. 25% off all cleaning service. That's right, 25% off. Zero Res can handle it all. Carpets, air ducts, upholstery, rugs, and hard surfaces. Call Zero Res right now, 287-5727. 287-5727. You go online, ZeroResJacksonville.com. Say you want the Hicken, the 1010XL, whatever special. They'll take care of you. Zero Res, man, you spell it forward. Zero Res, you spell it backward. It's the right way to clean.
When it comes to your utility bill, JEA wants to help you use less so you can save more. We offer a variety of free programs, like efficiency and irrigation assessments that'll teach you ways to conserve energy and water around your home. Our alerts will let you know when your utility usage has reached a set amount, and our rebates can help you save when upgrading to more efficient appliances and equipment. Find even more ways to save at JEA.com.
It's Work Zone Awareness Week, Florida. Every year, lives are lost in work zones because of speeding and distractions. When you see orange cones, remember, slow down, follow the signs, and stay focused. Workers are counting on you to get home safely, and so are their families. Let's work together to prevent accidents and save lives. A safety reminder from the Florida Department of Transportation. Slow your roll. Safety's the goal.
To catch more fish, you gotta think like a fish. Captain Kevin and the Ring Power Fishing Forecast Show, reeled in by the Pest Pros at Royal Pest Services, and Awaken 180 Weight Loss.
Thursday nights at 6
on 1010XL AM.
At Performance Painting, we've spent decades protecting commercial properties with durable, long-lasting coatings. And we can bring the same expertise when painting the exterior of your home. With industry-leading materials and a proven process, we extend the life of your home, reducing maintenance costs and preserving its value. Now, for a limited time, save $500 when you hire us to paint your home's exterior. Just mention 1010XL. Go to performance-painting.com to schedule a friendly estimate. Performance Painting. Repair, protect, preserve.
Performance Painting. Baloo here for Smunez Vision. Why Smunez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Smunez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Smunez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Smunez is fellowship trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SmunezVision.com today. Here you can see.
What's happening, folks? E.T. here, and it's time to make those summer break plans. And Clay County is calling. From paddleboarding on Doctor's Lake to reeling in the big one on Black Creek or cruising the St. Johns River, there's no better place to dive into warm weather fun. Enjoy live music, local festivals, food trucks, and fireworks lighting up the night. Discover scenic parks, hidden trails, and must-visit local gyms. Your summer adventures start here. Visit exploreclay.com.
Man,
Jack of all trades, masters of none? It just feels like at every turn nowadays, every company can do all work. Not us. Hi, Stevie Beachurst here, second-generation plumber right here in Jacksonville, Florida. We are your master plumbing company that only focuses on all your plumbing needs. So for your next plumbing job, don't call another Jack. Call Beachurst Plumbing, where plumbing is what we do and plumbing is what we're great at. Beachurst Plumbing, here to help.
Are you looking for a place to outfit your truck or van? It's Catlin Truck Accessories. For 105 years and 4 generations, Catlin is the name you can count on. This is Keith Catlin, and we know trucks and vans too, from Lear toppers, ladder racks, van shelving, strobe lighting, roll and lock bed covers, and everything in between. If you want quality products and great customer service, there's only one name. It's Catlin.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
For 105 years, you can count on Catlin.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Welcome back. 9:22. Peter Schrager has the Giants trading up for Jackson Dart. Todd McShay has the Giants trading up for Jackson Dart. Daniel Jeremiah has the Giants trading up for Jackson Dart. Joe Schoen's son posted Jackson Dart highlights on his story. What do you think, E? Smoke screen?
Smoke screen.
Or Giant? Those are 3 pretty respected guys, Schrager, McShay, and Jeremiah. Not to mention the kid is a big mouth. The kid was right last year. The kid told his dad to take Jaden Daniels. Oh, my gosh. I love it. This is the best today. Today's the best. Because you get everything, right? You get all everything comes at you. Everything. On a side note, by the way, mentioned this earlier, but A.J. Brown, the Ohio transfer guard, brother of Isaiah Brown, committing to Florida. 6'4" sophomore, 13 points a game for the Bobcats last year. He'll join his brother, Isaiah Brown, part of the national championship team. So, yeah, good shooter, apparently. We had Dave Weidel on earlier. Here, wait, one more. Before I do this, I love draft day. We have an excellent source who says the Bears have a deal in place to move up to 5 if Genty is there. Another one. We have an excellent source who says the Jags are going to stick and pick Genty at 5. Dave Weidel thinks Tony Baselli should pick Ashton Genty. Here's what he said earlier, the former Jaguars center, Dave Weidel.
Well, this is what I think. This is what I see.
Mm-hmm.
I think the final piece of the puzzle offensively, so that we can give Trevor Lawrence an opportunity to find out, to tell us whether he's our guy or not, is to have a run game. And Baselli's put his thumbprint on this. There's no doubt in my mind. Talked to Tony, and he said we have to upgrade the offensive line. We have to win in the trenches. But you and I both know, I played on the Dallas Cowboys line pre-Emmitt Smith.
Yes.
With Nate Newton, Mark Tuinei, Kevin Gogan, and others.
Yes.
All those guys sucked until Emmitt Smith got there. I played in Denver with Gary Zimmerman, Kenny Lanier, and other guys, and we all sucked, and they told us we couldn't run block until Terrell Davis got there. And let me just remind you of past history with the Jaguars. In 1997,
yes, sir,
the team was 18th overall in rushing with a future Hall of Famer, Leon Searcy, and others. And when did they become a top 5 run team? When Fred Taylor got in the door. So I think Genty has to be the pick. I'm going to be disappointed if we don't fix the running game, and the last piece of fixing the running game is having a stellar running back. What do you think?
Well, that's a good comment from Dave Weidel. What I think is that was a compelling argument that for a reason to take Ashton Genty, and that sometimes the running back helps make the ground game a lot of, obviously, look what Saquon did in Philadelphia, right?
Yeah.
So if Genty is everything they say, and let's also remember this, we did not have a great offense last year. Didn't have a great defense either. But if Genty is everything that everybody says, and we know this about the kid, one thing we do know, right? Intangibly rich. Is that fair?
Accurate.
Yeah. Intangibly rich. Todd McShay says Shedeur Sanders is not going to be a New York Giant, not going to be a New Orleans Saint. Some interviews didn't go well, including with the Giants. It didn't go well with Brian Daboll and with the Giants organization. That's Todd McShay. Wow. How about that?
So stuff like that. So he says he's not going to be a Giant and he's not going to be a Saint.
Yeah.
What happens if he is a Giant or a Saint?
Well, yeah, you don't lose your job, do you?
You're right.
That's fair. That's the one thing about all of us, man. We just, like I said, and there's so many that it's system overload. So I can't give anyone, like I was thinking about this. I remember reading when I was telling you about the Jackson Dart to the Giants rumors. There was a guy, and I don't know who it was, and I'm sorry that I don't remember, and I didn't postmark it because there's too many of them. I can't tell you how many times people send this to me. Dan, book this. Right?
Book it, Dano.
Bookmark this one, Dano.
Right?
I don't do it. And then there's others in our industry who do it. But there was a guy towards the end of the season last year that said, wait till Jackson Dart goes through the pre-draft process and watch his status grow. He will be one of the top quarterbacks. I think he said second quarterback off the board. And this is way before anyone else. And that would be the guy that I would give credit to as far as, and it was somebody from around the Ole Miss program maybe. I don't remember. But that person nailed Jackson Dart. And I don't know where he's going to end up, but he's certainly, one thing's for sure about Jackson Dart, he certainly improved his draft status. He certainly went up during the whole process. 100%. He certainly got better. So that happened. So again, we'll see. Trade talk is everywhere. I don't think the Jags would. I think the Jags would try to get to 2 if they could, because I think everybody loves Travis Hunter. Okay, but how much do you have to give up? Now, E will give up anything you want. You could sucker E into giving up. E's like Mike Ditka, gang. Remember when Mike Ditka gave up his whole draft, took the day off? We just got Ricky Williams. We're out. That's E. That's what E would do. It's very frustrating. I thought he was better than that, but he's not.
I mean, but I ain't going to say generational talent.
Yeah.
He's him.
Nah, I'll tell you one piece of video I love, and I know it doesn't look like we're getting them, and they've been saying this for a while now for whatever reason. But damn, when Mason Graham, after he whooped Ohio State's ass, went over there at the logo and started talking smack. Said, come get some. Ooh, that was impressive.
Yeah, that's that dog mentality.
That's that dog. Yeah. That's that dog, man. I love that dog.
Yeah, me too.
So, man, they are all jumping on this Jackson Dart to the Giants now. Not with a third pick. Just want to make that clear. But that they're going to find a way to get him. Now they're posting all the Joe Schoen's kids where he's a dad. You need to draft Jaden Daniels or whatever. He's the best one. Giants GM Joe Schoen's son on IG dropping draft hints. His account now private after this photo was posted. He posted a photo of Jackson Dart.
Dang, son.
Oh, my goodness. That's crazy. We'll see what happens. We'll finally get answers. Finally start getting some answers. So that'll be good. All right, let's do this. It's 9:30. We'll take a break. We'll come back and make the turn for home. A lot more Jaguar talk all day long right here on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
It was a place of brotherhood, camaraderie, love, and trust.
The Gators celebrate as national champions.
Being a Gator, it's unique. It's a drive. It's a passion that is relentless.
1010XL, home of the Florida Gators.
Hey, gang, you know what spring means in the real estate biz. It's selling season. Spring selling season is here. Rates are down. Activity is up. Now is the best time in years to sell your home. That's what my friends Chad and Sandy Newman are telling me, and they want to let you know that they are there for you to make your home selling experience unbelievably easy and make it hit your target right on the nose. You can guarantee it before the process starts. More on that in a second. Hiring experts to maximize equity and minimize hassle, that's the key. Whether you want guaranteed no-hassle home sell, or you worried you need repairs, or it won't sell for a good price, wrong, and wrong. You see, Chad and Sandy make you this guarantee. Your home sold at an agreed-upon price and deadline, or they will buy it. That's why they're the local real estate experts I trust and recommend, with no required costly repairs, and you can pick your move date. Go to chadandsandy.com right now and set your appointment. That's chadandsandy.com. Or call them at 904-414-6200. Call Chad and Sandy today.
Guys, your lawn's the home field. Now you can champion your St. Augustine grass. TopDressing.com just hit Jacksonville with a game-changing patented process. Aerate and transform your turf into a fairway-worthy masterpiece. Less water, shorter cuts, and the envy of every neighbor. No one else delivers a perfect 10 lawn like this. Visit TopDressing.com and dominate your block with the same process that golf courses use. Top dress your lawn like the pros with TopDressing.com.
It's the final days of Diamonds Direct's annual spring sale. This is your last chance to get an extra 20% off our already renowned prices. Plus, book an appointment and get an additional $100 off your purchase. But hurry, these savings end soon. And this weekend only, we're open Sunday to give you an extra day to shop our expanded selection of trending engagement ring settings, his and hers wedding bands, must-have fine jewelry, and more. Time is running out. 20% off, store-wide savings. Visit DiamondsDirect.com for details.
Hey, Hicken here, or just call me Dreamfinders Danny. For a limited time to ring in the new year, Dreamfinders Homes is offering an amazing 4.99% fixed interest rate. Now's your chance to lock down that rate and get in the game. You heard me right. It's 4.99 fixed interest rate on select move-in ready homes. Visit dreamfindershomes.com for sales event information and get in the game. Interest rate available on select move-in ready homes. Restrictions and limitations apply. Go to dreamfindershomes.com for more details.
If you miss an interview, it'll be waiting for you on demand.
Well, what are we waiting for?
Search where you find podcasts. And at 1010XL.com. Trained by Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. When you're stuck, call the Duck.
Mia here. You know, people typically start and end their day by visiting their closet. So shouldn't that space feel calm, organized, like a little moment of luxury? That's why I chose Closets by Design. They specialize in custom solutions for every lifestyle and budget. Call them this week to schedule your free in-home consultation and get 40% off plus another 15% off and free installation. Don't wait for mom to do it. Call now at 1-800-293-3744 or visit closetsbydesign.com.
Hicken here with lots more on George Moore Chevrolet. Hey, Justin Moore, what are you doing in our commercial?
Dan, this Moore just wanted to remind folks of vehicles less than $20,000 on our lot. Or you can always go more with our Silverado EV.
I have my boy Blue, that beautiful Gator Blue Silverado. Love, love, love it. And that service department, second to none. Let's just say it means more to Gabe and the boys who take great care of us.
Not to mention, we do more for the community. We love Jacksonville. Been around these parts since 1986.
George Moore Chevrolet. Need I say more?
Make the most of every lawn with Kubota commercial landscaping equipment.
From the productivity-boosting Z700 mower to the reliable SVL track loader, it's a lineup built to get the job done right. Because when your reputation is on the line, you need equipment that will never let you down. Visit Coastal Equipment in Jacksonville or McClenny.
Greater power for the great outdoors. Coastal Equipment.
Coastal Equipment on New Kings Road and in McClenny.
Yo, E.T. here, and Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, your favorite drafts are poured at a frosty 29 degrees, and rare barrel-aged whiskeys are served just the way you want them. It's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes through in the clutch every day, from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar, Twin Peaks. Scratch kitchen scores every time. Dig in the hand-smashed burgers, chef-inspired flatbreads, and more at your local lodge. Come on, somebody.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Now the cool down with Donovan Air, Electric and Plumbing, keeping Jack's cool since '87.
Oh, man. Don't cool down. Stay hot with Draft Talk all day here on 1010XL 92.5 FM. The party's just beginning with the drill.
Oh, yes, sir. We setting that tone.
It's going to go all day long.
All day. You about to carry that thing over to the beach?
Yeah, man.
Neptune Beach?
Shout out.
Mogul?
Lemon Bar. Don't be sending me no drinks.
That's so funny to me.
Cam Ward, 0 stars coming out of high school.
Yeah.
First pick of the draft.
That's crazy.
DJ Ugalele, 5-star recruit. Won't be drafted. Got to stay with your plan, man. Got to keep grinding. There'll be those who tell you no and just keep going, right? Good for him. Good for Cam Ward. Oh, my gosh. Dalvin Cook. Good football player. Had a great year last year, right? Clutch. Don't you think, Dalvin Cook?
Yeah. Great football player.
Adam Schnipner posts, Buffalo Pro Bowl running back James Cook did not report. I'm sorry. I meant James Cook. James Cook, good football player last year.
Yes.
Right? Did not report to the start of his Bills voluntary offseason program heading into the final year of his contract would like a new deal. Big Brother put $20 million per 100. 20 million per. Dalvin wants his little brother to get the
little bro to eat.
Yeah. Golly, man. That's funny. That's funny. FSU transfer quarterback Trevor Jackson looks like he's going to end up at Arkansas. So we'll see if that happens. But the draft, the big story tonight. What are the Jags going to do? We asked you guys the question. We asked you the poll question, Dreamfinders Homes poll question. Trade up or down your winner. 43.4%. Draft Genty, 30.5%. Dave Weidel was on at the top of the hour. Had a compelling argument why the Jags should take Ashton Genty. Said the offensive line will make the offensive line better when you got a great running back. Nothing against the 2 running backs. He had a great point, too. He said, look, in the 90s, we got Freddie T. Freddie T was special. We had James Stewart and Natron Means. And we did. They were good, but they weren't Fred. Then we got Fred. Then all of a sudden, Tony Baselli's in the Hall of Fame, Leon Searcy, all these guys, they were good players anyway, but you know what I mean.
Fred just took it to another level.
Fred took him to another level. You got a great running back, it gets a little bit easier. And I just also think that sometimes our guys And I think sometimes running backs miss holes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the vision.
The vision. The vision is so important.
Like to some of those guys, the game is slower to them.
Yes.
So they see things before it happens. Like that's a real thing.
It was a great run and one of the best. But Emmett.
Yeah.
Barry was a highlight. Emmett was hard to tackle. He had balance and he had vision. He didn't have speed.
He didn't. Yeah, he wasn't a burner.
He didn't have size. He wasn't Derrick Henry. Emmett was a little dude. Not tall is what I mean. Thick. Genty. Short. Thick. Barry Sanders. Thick enough. Right? Mojo.
Maurice Jones-Drew.
Mm-hmm. That's what I mean. That's what I mean. And so, if this kid is as good as they say, I would be fine with it. How would you feel, E?
With Genty?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be fine with it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I love when we draft skilled players. Like, it's the sexy pick.
Mm-hmm. And if we do take them, obviously they're going to, they're going to trade one of our guys.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I mean, you have to. Or cut him.
No, we better not cut that man.
Well,
we got to get something for him.
You try. It's not that easy.
Yeah, it's not.
Not that easy. If they know,
Right. If they know.
They ain't dumb.
Just hold out.
They ain't dumb. So, anyway, we'll see. We'll see what the Jaguars do with the 5th pick. Trade up or down is still a popular pick. Still a popular pick. And if the Jaguars go back, what do? Boy, I guess the only one I would say that I'm not that I would have a little bit of a problem with more than anybody else would be the McMillan guy.
Tet.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you agree with me on that.
I do.
And I don't know, man. I just, guy tells me he doesn't love football. What's going to make, do you think he loves football now more than he did 2 years ago?
Right,
I don't think, you don't love it. You don't love it. And they say, well, it was caught in a, well, sometimes that's the most honest answers you get, right? When you don't know that it's all being, you know what I mean? He knew it was being recorded, but he didn't know it was going to, not loving football. Don't do any extra film study.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That is not what this organization has been preaching for the last 2 months. Since coach and GM were hired and EVP, this is not what these guys are about. I don't know that he fits here. And I heard the GM say, if we don't agree, we move on to the next one. I got to think of those three that one of them's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
This is not. Have you seen so much on video that you're like, this guy's worth it. He's worth it. You know what I mean? I think if I come back here tomorrow morning, and that's our guy, I think that's the one I'd be disappointed in.
Oh, dear.
Yeah. So that's probably who we'll get. That's probably the one we'll get. That's probably the one. SEC matchups in baseball this week is a big weekend for the Gators. They've got Arkansas, but they're at home. They got to win 2 out of 3. It's an important weekend. And they're going to have to find a way to win a couple games against a very good Arkansas team. Tennessee and LSU, good showdown. Texas A&M and Texas, that's always fun. So, a lot of good stuff going on in SEC baseball. It always is. It always is. Every week. But Florida has a path, but no wiggle room. No wiggle room at all. Don't forget PGA Tour playing this week. That's the Zurich. That's the team competition, right? So that's probably just underway. And remember, Rory and Lowry are together. Yeah, early leader is Hadley and Jonathan Bird, 4 under. Smalley and Bramlett, 4 under. Davis and Svensson, 4 under. Blair and Fishburne, 3 under. See if the boys are out playing early. Yeah, McElroy and Shane are 2 under through 3, so they're off to a good start. Yeah, most of them are out there. Well, half of them are out there. Nobody is over par. So it's a team competition this weekend. NBA playoffs continue. Golden State lost to Houston. Took it on the chin last night. Magic are down 0-2. 0-2. No chance of them doing anything.
Yeah, I don't see much happening there.
No. They're playing physical, by the way. They're beating up the Celtics. They're hurting, but Boss is getting ticked. Porzingis took a shot to the head, took 5 stitches. Jason Tatum didn't even play, so Jaylen Brown said, all right, I'll score 36. And the Heat tried valiantly, but the Cavs took them down 121-112. It really, I would guess in the East, Boston, Cleveland, the Knicks got to deal with the Pistons, Pacers and the Bucks, and then, the winner of the Pacers, it looks like the Pacers are going to beat the Bucks. Pacers will go to Boston. I don't think the Pacers can beat Boston yet. I don't think the Knicks can beat. Oh, right. The Knicks go to Boston if they win it. Pacers, Cleveland, maybe. So, 3 games going on last night. So, all in all, it's draft day, though, man. That's what we're all here for. All talk. We've discussed I think we've talked about every name possibly. I don't think we've left any. We went all the way to Matthew Golden. I mean, there's nobody left for this. We've turned over every stone. We just don't watch the video. We haven't studied the tape. Have not studied the tape. For those who missed it, E's going to trade the house for Hunter.
Yeah.
He'll give up everything and anything that you want.
Not the house, but
I love the. Did you ever watch the movie Draft Day?
No.
Yeah,
No.
Of course not. It's a good movie. Jags are featured prominently, so. All right, E, play us out of here.
Now, the 2-minute drill. Service by Cool Cats Heating and Cooling. Locally owned and operated. We're your neighbors. CoolCatsJacks.com.
The coolest cats in town.
Yeah.
Thank you, E. Hello, Mike.
Hello.
Draft day.
Yes.
Finally.
I'm not giving up next year's first and Trayvon Walker to go up 3 spots. E, what the hell are we talking about?
I'm not giving up Trayvon Walker. I said no to that.
He's out of control.
Oh, he said no to that one?
Well, he's giving up ones, next year's 1s, next year's
1 and
2s.
2, yeah.
This year, yeah.
Like, here's the thing. I hope you all enjoyed that 10-6 win in Nashville last year.
Yeah.
Because that afternoon of the glow you had from beating the Titans, this is the result.
Yeah.
We would be sitting at number 1.
Yeah.
And one of those teams would be giving us something to get Cam Ward, right? Because so the Browns will give you a second-round pick just to move up that 1 spot. You still get Travis Hunter. You get the Browns.
Wait a second. Are you telling me?
I'm telling you, better to lose when you're out.
No. I by the way, I agree.
Yeah.
But are you telling me that it was just 1 game last year?
If the Jags had lost 1 more game, they'd be picking first.
It didn't matter which game?
I'm pretty sure that's the case. And certainly if it was the Tennessee, they would have the number 1 pick right now. Of course, the Raiders could say, hey, man, if we didn't beat the Jags,
right,
we'd be getting Ashton Genty, and there'd be no question about it.
I know. This one doesn't stand out as much as when we gave the Colts Andrew Luck or when we tanked for Trevor as this one, but maybe it should is what
I mean. It's costing you the opportunity maybe to have what I saw one guy describe it as the guy who's likely to be the best player in the next 10 drafts.
Right.
Now, that's a lot of projecting. We don't even know who those guys are going to be. They're 10 years old right now.
My only worry for poor Travis Hunter is he's going to Cleveland. And I just, Cleveland just says, and again, I'm pot calling the kettle black here. We haven't exactly set the world on fire.
But, they'd all say the same thing about us.
Correct.
Right?
But the franchise, But anyway, that aside, you got a big show coming up. I know you got a lot of guests.
Yes.
I saw that.
It's all Jags draft talk.
Yes.
Frank Frangie will lead off today. Demetrius Harvey, John Shipley, Mike DeRocco, Jamal St. Cyr, Hayes Carline and Tony Pauline.
Wow.
In that
was
order,
loaded.
Yeah.
I believe.
One after another.
Of course, we had 16 guests yesterday. So
That's true.
For the media mock draft. Then
And D-Rock took Genty.
he took Genty. He took Genty in the NFL Nation mock for ESPN as well.
Okay.
So it's fun. The one that's cracking me up, I saw Eric Edholm at NFL.com.
Yeah.
He mocks him Genty. He goes, I just felt like Mason Graham felt a little too chalky for me. You mean the whole momentum of everyone saying it's Genty now isn't what changed your mind? You just now at this point on your own change your mind at the exact same moment as everyone else did. Okay, gotcha.
So what in the end, and we'll let you go here, but your best guess, top 3 scenarios for the Jags.
Trade down to Chicago.
Okay.
Number
you think
one.
that's on the board?
Yes.
If they do that, who would you think they might grab?
It depends on who's there.
Right.
Is one of the top 3 offensive tackles there possible? I think Tet McMillan is probably the most likely one in that scenario, but I don't think tight end is off the board. Jalen Walker. I mean, there's a list of guys that we've all talked about.
A myriad of
one or 2 or 3 of them should be available at 10.
So you think trade down?
Trade down.
Second.
Genty.
Third. You think there's only 2 scenarios?
Here's my second scenario.
Okay.
Or my third scenario.
Okay.
The Patriots take him or somebody else trades up to New England.
Right.
And takes him. Because, I mean, if you're talking about the Jags taking Genty and you want him now, maybe you got to get ahead of him.
Yeah.
And in that case, offensive line.
Okay. I like that.
I don't know who they prefer, but I'll say Will Campbell. But the funny thing, too, we had Vic Tafer on from The Athletic yesterday. And prior to that, and we asked him, he said, if Genty was there, I would have taken him.
Yeah.
But he goes, Kelvin Banks. He goes, flat out. They like him better than Membo. You can't find a mock that doesn't have Kelvin Banks to the Raiders today.
Right.
And nobody had that before. I'm not saying they listen to us.
Right.
I'm saying they all get the same piece of intel at the same exact time. Matt Miller's mock last night. Albert Breer's this morning.
Yeah.
Everywhere you go, it's Kelvin Banks 6 when it's been Membo or whatever.
Yeah.
It's been Mason Graham Genty at 5 and 6. But it's funny how everyone,
along those lines, to kind of back up your point, Schrager, Jeremiah, and one other all have the Giants trading up to get Dart now, and
ahead of Sanders. Taking him.
and Schoen's kid. The kid went on Instagram and they made put a picture of Jackson Dart up there, and so now they've made him go silent or whatever. However you do it on the gram. He's the same kid who told his dad last year, take Jaden Daniels, Dad. That's who he's going to be the best quarterback.
Well, then they should have listened to him.
They should listen to the kid.
They should have definitely listened to him.
Have a great show.
Thank you.
Mike and Tony, draft talk all day long here on 1010XL 92.5 FM. It's Jaguars today. It's coming up momentarily. We'll break down the pick tomorrow here on The Drill.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
First of all,
Real life.